Hello, everyone, and welcome to what Team Comp's little project that I worked out a while back and have been, given the opportunity to play with my good friends here. Say hi, everybody.
He has an addiction!
Oh, we are
Yes,
recording this. Okay.
yes,
Just for
yes, we are.
clarity's sake.
Okay.
Just so we can go back and just be like, I told you! Holy fuck!
Badass!
Ah, right.
We started the recording. That's Butters. You all know him from the other things that we've played, of course, and we're here.
Everywhere else.
My other disappointments, yes.
However you wish to phrase it, I'm not judging. That being said, we are here once more playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, Jesus.
Uh,
This is gonna be my gimmick at this point.
Please tell me Jordan has a harmonica on him, even if you don't know how to play it.
I'm just sitting here, just waiting. Goodness. This is a new world, a homebrew place that I have been working on and making called Roven. Inspired, admittedly, somewhat both by various RPGs ranging from Final Fantasy to Monster Hunter, with the idea of various random monstrous creatures being scattered throughout the world, and gives it a more people versus nature feel to it that I enjoy, while having enough that if people wanted to go people versus people or such like that, or people versus gods, the option's there. That being said, why don't we hop into this little group here and get starting on their adventure, eh?
It's time to wrestle God.
Oh my god.
Excellent. Trying really hard not to laugh at that. Stop it. I mentioned that
Well, level
offhand. I
one, but
wasn't
we can do
expecting it.
this.
I mean, if it's based off Final Fantasy, we're probably gonna be fighting gods at level 10 anyway, so it's fine.
At level 10? Good.
How the fuck at level 10?
They fight gods so fucking early in those games, it's awful.
Those gods are pussies then.
I'm gonna shoulder
that is
throw.
pretty true.
I'm gonna shoulder throw the Raven Queen.
I mean, to be fair, though, that's for other reasons than just to shoulder throw the Raven Queen, as we are aware.
I just imagine just Lionel fucking shoulder checking her.
Yay!
I just imagine a fucking warlock, like, and it's just like in like a switch relationship with his patron. and they're just like, I'm the top now. Just like,
You're my patron!
Universe.
I'm the patron now.
Guru's coughing, so that means he wants attention.
It's
Or the attention, not just
The
attention in general.
The attention.
I knew what you meant, Butters.
You're not a full attention whore, don't worry.
Thank you. So, we'll begin where we last left off with you all. Roven is a world of many changing ideologies, many chaotic and trying times. One thing that has remained consistent for quite a while, though, is the idea of the Skysung Blade, a organization that attempts to be neutral, tries to be willing to assist with the issues of the monsters within the world, rather than the issues of the politics that many people still struggle with, war over, and are inevitably forced to dismiss due to the fact that monsters have stopped many battles from just showing up and throwing the tides for either side. These people have reached out, asking for new blood in their ranks to assist with taking care of these issues, these threats, and are willing to allow people to board airships to be brought up after their initial trial and testing to speak with people, get a more of a feel of what they can do, and if they are so desiring, helps prevent the world from falling into chaos and destruction from the monsters that lurk outside the walls of various cities. You all have gathered together at Dawn Peaks on the Outset Cliffs, where a dock for an airship awaits. That ship is supposed to be coming in the morning, and after dealing with a few pests in the countryside, you guys have found yourselves back together at your inn, taking a breather. Wasn't extraordinarily difficult, however, you did not exactly enjoy the biting sensation for some of you, as at least one of you has
It was pretty rough.
been roughed up by that quite significantly. Yes, indeed. And you're able to finally sit down and relax. The most injured amongst you, getting a chance to breathe and wipe his brow. Butters, would you like to describe what Dren looks like for the good people?
I don't know what the fuck you mean. I'm at full health, but yes.
You were knocked down very fast. I'm aware.
Hey, I never went unconscious.
I never
No,
said
he
that.
means
Is that clear?
your health was knocked
I'm
low.
aware. I am aware. Weird Al hair, Gilmore facial hair, which means a nice, like, little long piece of hair coming off his chin, or pieces of hair, not single strand. That'd be weird. Vest goes down to his knees. Cloth, like a red cloth working as a belt on his waist, with many different symbols of it. Symbols such as moon, tower, sun on it, and wears a lot of vertical stripes. Kind of looks circusy, and he wears thigh-high boots on top of it. I say circusy. Paris says hippie. All right, yeah, human, Hunum, and he's tan-skinned.
Sitting around you at the table is the rest of the group who assisted you here. One of whom is not visible, but that's because they're being carted around. As the Minotaur that sits next to you kind of just gently nudges his bag and kind of glances over his shoulder. You alright in there? Been quiet.
There's just a belch from the fucking backpack.
She's fine.
Yumi, did you sneak more alcohol again?
I don't know how.
You have been with her for longer.
Just because she's been with me for longer doesn't mean I know how she's able to sneak these around my back and just get these drinks while she's in the bag. Speaking of which, would you like to describe your character, Limey?
Currently kind of arguing with the Minotaur is it's disgusting. Is a furbolg with long dark brown hair, dressed in fairly well worn handmade traveler's clothes. She's got light grey fur with heavy tufts around the back of her hands and her neck, and her hair is broken by 3 pairs of small golden horns, 1 pair just above her forehead and 2 pairs behind her ear. Her fur is very soft, it's extremely fluffy. Her eyes are gold, and there are patches of golden scales across the back of her neck and over her lower arms. And she fidgets with a quarterstaff as she talks.
And the Minotaur just kind of looks at her with this exasperated, tired look. But after a moment, just kind of gives like this defeated shrug. Which, for anyone curious, the Minotaur is wearing a breastplate, looking tired, but with a small smile, amused by what's going on, if not still confused as to how she's doing this. And eventually he sighs, pulls the backpack around, and gently pokes it and opens the flap. You really okay in there?
She holds up her canteen. I had extra.
That explains so much. Speaking of which, Paris, describe what your good man is looking at.
Well, inside the backpack is a currently slightly tipsy. So I'm not sure how long it's gonna take to get this bitch drunk. Dark skinned gnome with what at this moment looks like a nest of fucking long black hair, dressed in a low cut. Would be a dress for she bold. Can't be bold right now in public. So, essentially tunic, air quote, with black leggings and knee-high boots. And she has the number 3 tattooed on her left hip.
Titty.
Titty.
It'd be funny if like it wasn't able to be seen. She just tells everybody that. Like it was in a different part of her tip that can't be seen. She's just like, oh yeah, by the way.
I have a tattoo! Just pulls down entire top of dress.
Tharius just
Hey,
grabbing
sure.
your wrist like, no.
She turns her canteen upside down outside the bag. Aw.
Yeah, it's empty. You've been doing that.
Jen will grab it.
Oh! I need that!
He goes fill it up.
Oh,
Please,
thank you.
Gosh damn it. Don't encourage her.
How much to fill it up with? Some decent ale.
Decent? 5 copper.
Yeah. Good ale?
Decent. Good ale would be closer to 7 copper.
Yeah, sure.
If you wanted to go like, more expensive, you could go with silver, but generally it's going to be more around coppers.
7 copper's good.
So he gives you it, fills it up, kind of looks at you, and then looks back to your group. Y'all are strange. You'll fit in perfectly. Hands you back the canteen.
Alright. Then I'll just toss it back in the bag once I close it.
You see Tharius just staring at you, just like, and you feel yourself getting set on the floor, just thump. You're fine.
Staying in here.
Sure. Kind of glance over to the rest of the group. Sorry about that.
Mama needs her alcohol!
I'm really sorry about that.
Trust me, you get used to it after about a week.
Give or take.
Yeah.
Orders gave me a challenge. Challenge accepted.
And you're coming out the bag. Come on. Just get it plonks on.
There's
you just
not
get
a
it
lot
clocked.
of fight capable here when you weigh 30 pounds.
You can be squirmy.
Eh.
That being said, the people he is addressing, Mad and NPR, whichever of you wish to go first.
You can go first if you want.
Alright. You see a average-sized elven woman. Strawberry blonde hair. Slender build. Hazel-colored eyes. Golden brown skin. Can't sure if it's tan from time outdoors or just naturally that way. She's wearing a pair of knee-length leather boots over leather pants and a sort of leather duster, less flapped open, more armor-like, with the sleeves rolled up to her elbows and leather gloves.
In NPR.
So, my character, he is sort of. He has this rough, jagged appearance of like a rock golem. Okay.
And apparently he has a car alarm
Okay.
installed.
Thank you, Car. Yeah, he has the horn. He has like various runes carved into his body, and those, as well as like small sort of nooks and crannies, like glow faintly with some sky blue light. His shoulders and the top of his back is mossy, kind of like a dry moss, somewhat comfortable, like I guess kind of like, well, you know what moss feels like. His eyes are like completely just glowing white. His body is mostly like a dark grey. The center of his torso and arms have like a layered appearance. So it goes from like the dark grey from the top, to then there's like a thin black layer. It's like a slightly thicker rust red sort of layer. Then there's like a white layer before it goes back to dark grey from the hips downwards. That's my character. Hello?
Yep.
No.
Oh.
We were letting you, tell your character.
Hmm.
So, with that in mind, there is also one other amongst you, but I'll let them describe themselves when they're here with us, because right now they are not. That being said, there's also Figment, who is just watching everyone, just like having a good time, trying to relax as best as they can. He can. And with everything going on, just kind of looking around, watching what's happening. Just watching her, come out of the bag, or rather be dragged out.
Theft.
Theft? Sure.
How dare you steal me?
I said lift.
Lift. Okay, I thought you said theft. That's why I was like, wait, what?
No, it's like, and we're lifting now.
You wouldn't steal a gnome.
Wouldn't steal a
Oh,
gnome.
way to steal your girl.
Oh, he's missing steal your girl. Gnome napping. Real thing.
It just reaches into the bag, slowly picks up the gnome. Gnome's just like,
What the?
Just
Oh.
keeps drinking.
Consistent chugging. Get
As
put
y'all
back
are-
in my goblin den.
As you're all doing this, you eventually see a figure peeking their head in. A familiar one, as the one who had given you your job just a short while ago. Looking bemused and motioning to you. You guys ready to see the ship come in? See what you're going to be getting on tomorrow?
Whoa.
Wait, I thought we were already on the ship.
No.
You always
we
think
had
that you're always on the ship. I said you're in the tavern, the inn that you guys had rented out, because you're not going to be on the ship till tomorrow.
You ain't pulled in yet.
Oh, because we already fought people.
Yes, and I said that you guys were going to be getting on it tomorrow.
Oh. Okay.
No worries.
Oh god, I just have Rambus flashbacks every time you do that in VR.
To be fair, I'm remembering when we actually started this, and you're like, "Wait, I thought we were already on the ship last time." I'm like, "No."
He wants on the airship, leave me.
Oh no, I understand.
No, it's just like when we were dropped off to kill those the dog things.
We were never dropped off. We had to
Yeah.
walk there.
You
Yeah.
walked there. It was just
Yeah.
outside of the area, so you could literally just walk there.
We had to
Okay.
hoof it.
Because we were given the
Walking is tiring.
belts and things.
You were given the belts to know what was going to happen when you got on the airship. You were not given them. You were shown them.
Okay. Alright. Sorry about that.
You're fine.
Yeah.
You're just shown the very the one belt that he had. And they motion. He's like, "Do you want to see it come in?" You don't have to, obviously. Some people prefer not to.
Still on the
Yes,
backpack, so
sure.
I have no choice where I currently traverse.
How'd you get
I
back in
mean,
there?
I was going to ask if you wanted to go see.
She holds a thumb up.
I'd be
See what?
perfectly happy to see the ship.
Well, come on. Motion for you to follow.
He'll walk. Stone man walks.
Stone Man walks.
So, stepping out, you look out towards the plains where you fought the death dogs from before. As you turn and peek out around behind the inn towards where the docks are, you can see breaking through the clouds in the sky a boxy vessel, like a ship, but clearly designed for sailing on the air rather than the ocean. Doesn't have the same appearance to it. More of a dish than a bowl, if you will. Very flat, with propellers that are keeping it in the air as you can begin to hear it coming down out of the sky. And you see a few people waving to it very casually. Clearly for these people this is a common occurrence. For pretty much all of you, this is a first for you. You've not seen anything like this. The only person who may have seen something even remotely similar to this would be Paris's character, and nothing of this scale.
Wait,
Is it just?
that is
Is it just the thing from? Does it just look like the thing from what is it? Fucking Avengers?
I didn't think
Which-
about that, but a little bit.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
The helicarrier.
Oh no, I know what you're talking about.
Oh.
I didn't consider that at the time. It gives a interesting visual for it, but yeah, that's not too bad. It's not a bad image.
So I've seen smaller versions of this?
Yes, you have. More model designs where, people were like, yeah, this is how this should work, and you were like, yeah, I mean, I guess.
I guess.
This doesn't look like it should be flying, but it's amazing!
Oh, trust me, that's not the first time I've heard that one before. I don't question it. I don't know all the who, hows, and what's it's that it does, but apparently they've got some strong magic in there running it, and kind of motions to the entirety of the thing.
Trin looks interested.
Yumiko has a screwdriver out.
Don't take it apart. There will be gnomes on there who will flip your fingers through the gears and crush them.
I'm not gonna take it apart, but ask them how this works.
You can ask him without that out. Just kind of again, kind of just laughs and shakes his
It
head.
is my comfort tool!
Alright, fair enough. Tharius just kind of shakes his head slowly. What does that have to do
Stovino
with you?
chuckles.
Wait! If you and I had an idea last fucking time you did this, and now we have to ask you, Don.
Hmm?
Can I technically tinker with him since he is a golem?
He's not tech.
He is
Or a Warforged,
He's a
technically, excuse me.
Warforged, Gear Forged, but
We were basically discussing since his AC scales with his proficiency bonus.
you're saying that she would be the one who would be assisting with that?
Essentially, that like
For
every time his
thematics.
prof. Yeah.
For thematics, that's more than fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You're a rock gnome, right? You know things about rocks. I don't even know if you are a rock gnome.
You know what you how would you improve stuff?
How do you improve this? I don't know. Pulls out a wrench. Let's
Grabs
find
hammer
out.
and chisel.
Let's find out.
I thought you were going to say pulls out a rock. This will do. Places the rock on top of there. Perfect.
Perfection.
That's a rocking
French
idea.
kiss. But yeah.
Goo, my background, I wouldn't have seen any of these.
You've seen them maybe once or twice. And actually, no, you've seen them about 3 times. There was one other time where, when you were traveling, you were actually at a place where they'd touched down and actually had a few people who enjoyed a show.
Was it to this scale?
Not quite. This scale is actually a bit bigger. And the people who watched the show said that theirs was supposed to be a scouting vessel, not quite to this
Alright.
scale.
Got it.
I didn't want to reuse that, but yeah. And as
Alright.
it begins coming down, you can see it slowly begin to shift, turning sideways and coming in perpendicular. No, parallel. That's the word. Wrong way. Parallel. Perpendicular was what it was coming at it before. Parallel to
If
the
it was
edge.
perpendicular, I was about to like just fucking crash.
Yeah, that would have been a crash. It's not crashing. That being said, it is currently coming in at a way that you're able to see emblazoned on the side of it, clearly with some kind of magical something. You're not sure if it's paint or glyphs or something, but you can see written across the side of it in Primordial. So those of you who read Primordial will be able to read this no issue.
What's it say?
Thunderlord. This is your ship that is coming in. Well, not your ship, obviously, but you guys know what I mean.
Look at me. My ship now.
May I roll Arcana? I got it. I got it. Yeah.
Roll Arcana for knowing more about it, or
Yeah, just getting a gist of it, kind of.
okay. The inner workings of something like this, they're powerful. They have to be. Probably more powerful than even the people who you were aware of who helped teach you. Just saying something, because you knew a few people who were quite skilled in their craft.
I actually have a question. Would I be able to roll Tinker's tools on this and see if I figure out more about it?
Roll Tinker's Tools intelligence check.
No, 9.
With the 9, ooh, this thing looks. Oh, you need to talk to someone about this, because this just looks. Oh, there's so many questions you have. They're just tickling the back of your mind.
So little time.
As it
So
comes-
much tinker.
So much tinker. So much time is needed. Eventually you can see that it's landed, if you will. It's still somewhat hanging off the side of the cliffside. But with it moving this way, you can see there's one side of the ship, the whatever is keeping it upright, you can see them shift slightly to make it so that they're able to actually latch on to the side of the cliff. And as soon as they are flush with it, and you hear a quite audible, even from this distance away, of it apparently locking into the stone around it, you can hear it as it seems to power down and be inert, no longer moving. The mountain cliff seems to be perfectly fine with handling this. You guys are left staring at this titan of the sky. The person who's been speaking to you just kind of like crosses their arms staring at it. It's one of the newer models, but it's really useful to see it before you actually walk on, so you're not gawking at it when you actually get aboard. Some people are a little bit fussy about it because they're like, come on, it's just kind of motions to it. It's just a ship.
Does it look like you can get on board now?
From the fact that there's dock workers and people like currently bustling about, it's possible, but he doesn't notice you.
Yumiko's gone.
Roll stealth roll. Because you're trying to slip out of the backpack. Welcome back.
9 twice.
Yumiko's gone, she says, as soon as she...
Oh no,
pops
I don't
out.
mean like she's vanished. I mean like she is walking off.
Yeah, to be fair though, Tharius doesn't notice that you hopped out of the backpack.
Do I see?
I do.
Most of your passive perceptions will be able to see it. Unless your passive perception, like Tharius, is a 8.
Negative.
Oh my god! Wow.
My wisdom isn't insanely high or negative for once, so I actually see something.
You see her like hop out of the bag and start making her way towards the docks. You see
I'm gonna
the
pick
guy
her
just like hold up a finger and slowly look to you guys and just kind of motion to you guys like, "Oh, go on, get her."
I think
Yeah,
the
I go
best
up
part
there and
is
just pick
I
her up.
technically move faster than all of you.
Jordan just goes, fuck it, and just starts walking.
Not what I. All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. He just kind of like shakes his head and lets you guys approach. So the two of you are approaching this colossal thing.
Technically 3
Stilvina will.
Ceres is following you.
Okay.
Stilvina will
I'm
walk
following her and
aboard
picking her up.
if he is it.
Left.
I assume it's landed, so
It's landed and docked.
he walks aboard.
I
No,
mean,
you don't. You don't just walk aboard.
She's
You walk up
I
to
mean,
the
like
ship.
I walk towards it and like. try to
walking
get-
with us.
You're
yeah.
walking with you. Yeah.
I'm walking here.
But yeah,
Limey.
Eris is gonna try to pick up Limey, but I don't think that's gonna go too well
Walking.
based off of her strength and your death.
well, there's also the fact that she's just faster than her anyway.
It's like, get back here, get back here, get back here, and she's just power walks ahead of you, just like, I don't want to see this. I'm gonna see it. You can't stop me.
You're like a more coordinated toddler.
No, she's a determined. May I speak to your manager, mom?
Oh no.
Technically, none of these are incorrect.
I love this.
So you're trying to keep up with this incredibly not stealthy gnome, but Thorius is just at the back of you guys like, wait, who are we following?
Your
not
bag
realizing-
weighs 30 pounds less, motherfucker.
I didn't
Question.
notice.
Are you dashing or are you just fast walking?
She's running.
You and me. Hold on for a second.
Yummy!
And
She-
I won't run after her. He puts his hand on the ground and Dragon comes and like slithers up to you very quick
She suddenly has a
Hell.
snake wrapped
and
around
will
her.
curl up your leg and around your body and up to your arm.
So scratch under his chin.
Dragon can barely almost wrap around his waist, so he can wrap around yours.
Mhm.
So yeah, just snake wrapped around your arm now, just looking.
Scratches
Cuddled up
under
to
his chin.
And I just walk up to the Minotaur and said, "I've got eyes. I've got a lot of them on her now.
Oh! He
You want
suddenly
me to buy-
sees her like, you got eyes on her? She's okay? She's safe? She's not doing something stupid, is she? Is she stealing alcohol again?
I'm just gonna take a look. Okay, so yeah, maybe we should head back to the barn.
Oh, he kind of like makes a motion like he should follow, but it's like, if you think that he's basically following you, but just worriedly glancing back every now and then, just like, but he follows you. So Yumi and Eris is behind you, and Strovinger is also making his way after you guys. As you approach the expanse of this thing, it's palpable. It's longer than any home you've ever seen, even a few mansions that you've seen in passing. Nah, this thing is big. It's nice to see something this big that's just impressive. It makes you want to just reach out and just find out all the little details about it. But as you're approaching and you're getting to a point where you're, within, say, 300 feet, one of the workers are like, "Hey, whoa, hey, you're not one of us. Wait, what are you doing?"
Wait, what? Oh, are they talking to me?
Yeah. Well, they're talking to all of you who are currently approaching.
Wait, what?
So there's
She
the
holds
person
up
addressing
the-
you.
She holds up the wrench like this answers all the questions in the world.
What? Did she say something?
And points
Hold
at the airship with the wrench.
Oh, nope. They move up as soon as they realize what you're doing. They're like, no, they run up. Excuse me, miss.
I'm not gonna disassemble it.
Not what I was coming up to about. Look, we understand that you have a desire. You've got that burning desire for knowledge, whatnot. You're not allowed to just approach the vessel without the consent of anyone else. All right?
Why not?
Well, there is a man who did say that you're
Allowed to
coming
come
on
and
board.
Tomorrow.
He has all the.
If you're one of those hired, it's going to be tomorrow. Not today. They're still unloading and people are getting off the ship, except for people needed to actually take care of stuff, if you catch my drift.
Very well.
As you're doing this, actually roll something real quick. Okay, good enough. You hear a soft snickering. And as you turn, you see a female rock gnome, arms crossed, leaning against one of the boxes nearby, just looking at you with just this big shit-eating grin of just. I'm sorry. Should I keep it down?
Is there the rock gnome?
This is a rock gnome.
There could be only one. No. She'll approach her.
As you approach, they give it a little half shrug and hop forward to you.
Hang on
there.
Real quick, sorry.
Butter's immediately suspicious.
There always is. Come on, there always is.
Depends.
Yeah,
Guys.
I mean, that's fair enough. It's just like, it's you guys. Swipes hair back.
Swipe
I'm
hair
not like
back
the
with
other
awesomeness.
people. Wipes hair back, just looking like every other person.
This is a job for us, thank you.
Yeah, I think you're fine. You should leave it to the professional.
Yeah! It's one of my favorite
it's
anime
Lavina
tropes.
Professional loses hair.
It's the best anime trope. The best one.
Of course.
Um,
So wait, I'm
Did
giving
Paris
Paris a
bounce?
moment. Yeah, she had to bounce for a second.
I'll say this by the way, Guru. Is this a bigger town?
In terms of towns, no. This is actually a smaller town.
And adventurers are getting off the.
I didn't say this was an adventure.
I'm asking if adventurers are getting off the boat.
There are some people who are getting off the boat.
Okay,
yes.
I'm back.
Welcome
Sorry.
back.
where
So
are they?
you see this gnome and you approach and you're like, okay, cool, hi, and they look you over for a second and eventually hold out their hand.
What the fuck was the glance over for?
You don't know.
Can I insider?
It's not gonna tell you why she looked you over.
Does she look haughty?
She looks a little smug, but not rough, and she's holding out a hand to shake your hand.
She'll take
Is
her
she a
hand.
hottie?
Well then, it's nice to see another a fellow goodness and good blood. My name is Navina. And you are?
Yumiko.
Yumiko. I saw your little she like waves her hand around in the air. I'm guessing you're interested.
Why wouldn't I be?
Oh, I know.
This is a
right?
wonder of tech.
I know, right? It's just she makes a mwah with her like the chef who's like, ah,
The
This
chef
is so
who's
good,
created the
yeah.
perfect dish. So do you work on that?
me? Oh dear. Work on it. Well, I suppose you could say that. I'm the arcane engineer.
So you could show me things.
Not right now. We're unloading. And besides, everything's off, so I wouldn't be able to show you where all the cool glyphs are actually glowing at. The ones that people forget are actually things, you know? People forget that so often. It's quite sad. But you actually
I'll
need
hold
to be
you
up
to
and
show me
running.
tomorrow.
Of course. Hey. She looks you over and... actually, I'm going to roll a quick thing for her. Whew. You smell like you've already started drinking.
She holds up the canteens.
Ah, so you're one of those sort of people. Day drinking? Unless you're...
Oh, I'm drinking.
Nothing
Do
wrong
I?
against that. Just, when you get on, make sure you don't, forget to turn on your belt.
It's hard to get me drunk.
Fair enough. Yes.
Through Dragon, do I see if she has a book on her?
Make a perception check using dragon stats.
Alright, 1 second. Gotta open
Dragon
that sheet.
stats.
Dragon stats. They gotta be good, right?
Obviously.
I mean,
Dragon
to be
stats,
fair.
Dragon stats. He's rolling with his dragon stats.
The sheet's taking a bit to open. Okay.
I thought you
Let's
said
see what this bad boy's wisdom is. Woo-hoo! Let's get it.
Not bad.
13. It's better than Z. That's not saying much, though.
Yeah, to be fair, Tharius and Z would be decent friends, I'm presuming.
I think Zarius is more than Z.
By 1 point.
the lack of awareness.
Oh, he has a 6?
He has a 6. He has a -2.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, I didn't say that he was a very wise boy. But with
Yes,
a
13.
13, you do notice that she does have a book that is more of a large scroll that is strapped behind her waist. You do also see a few papers sticking out of her backpack, but you're not sure if those are a book or if they're just papers for paper's sake.
The snake is a solid nod towards her.
Oh, you're
Nod
a
of
friend.
respect from Snake.
She leans down and makes it like a yeah, kind of like wanting to rub his head.
He's
Asking
very
Paris.
colorful. Oh yeah, I should probably describe that for people. Dragon's a snake. I think it's obvious now. and he's built entirely of different chromatic colored scale,
Huh.
and seems to be a cobra of some kind.
And she makes motion
Oh, yeah.
like, can I? I know some of them are.
Oh, it's not mine.
Do you think they would mind?
Probably not. I've been itching him this entire time.
Alright. She leans forward and just gives it a very soft, very gentle head rub. Then she leans back.
To give it an indication of what it is, it casts mage armor on her.
You see her like pause, look down at herself, look back at the snake, and tilts her head with like an inclination of oh. And gives it a little tap under the chin. Find me later. We can talk. Now you
Snake's mom.
like kind of slaps her arm around Paris' shoulder. You must know where there's alcohol. Point me in the right direction.
Follow me?
All right. Oh,
Should we leave her
you all
down?
can come with us. Drinks on her.
Excuse me? Fuck it, fine.
Nah. I have a few coins in my purse. Let's see if we can try not to get hammered, eh? Come on.
Or we could just, have a competition, wake up fine, and be done with it.
Nah. I can't get too drunk. I have to actually get this thing flying in the morning because people don't know how to fly a ship without me. In the background, you suddenly hear a very gruff voice just say, "And fuck you too!"
Please tell me there is at least one motherfucker who, when she starts shouting, just dives.
No one dives, but you see several people who are unloading stuff just like dragging their hands down their face, just like, oh, she has a reputation.
The fear of the flying wrench. I spit all over my screen.
It's the rock gnome version of watching out for the chanclas, you know?
Yes.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
I still
No,
know
I
what
have to have her too long. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a sword. Shucks, what it fucking started. Oh my god. I'm fucking horrible.
I take not many on this ship.
walk into the bar and offer a drink to whomever wants one.
Oh god.
She slaps down a gold piece and is just like, round for everyone! And the bartender's just like, they make it like, it's like a, because they seem to, at the very least, be aware of who she is as soon as she walks in and just like, kind of looks at you all just like, please make sure she doesn't, find herself throwing something through the window again. Or someone. Kind of like looks down to Paris' character at that laugh and looks at everyone else. Everyone else, I'll ask this to then. Please.
I'll do my
can't
best.
make any promise.
I cannot throw people through windows.
I don't. You hear a soft snort from behind you. And you see
What?
him just like look at you, just like, I know you can't. I wasn't asking for you.
Right, hold on.
Not people that I'm worried about. It's projectiles like bottles.
Wait, what's the question?
He's basically saying, make sure the two gnomes don't start chucking shit if they get too drunk.
Yes.
He'll say, I make no promises, but I'll try.
Then if you can make promises, I'm aware. He looks like incredibly just tired. Just I know. I'm aware.
Dory's the friend who would try to talk someone down from chucking something, and as soon as it gets thrown, just, oh, okay, I'm sorry. To the bartender.
Paris, as you put your hand on the bar, the snake just slithers across the bar and onto Drinzak.
That's who owns him.
Ah, looks you over for a second. Looks back at you, looks back to him. Looks back to you, kind of gives like a kind of like him motion.
That's who owns
Shuffling
him.
the tarot cards.
Ooh. Now, are you gonna try and tell me my fortune? Am I a fortunate lady?
I guess we'll see. He just puts it down, and we'll flip first card. Past, present, future, for all seek a clear understanding of each. 1 second, I actually need to pull something up. I can't remember all this shit. I have a Google Doc that I made myself, okay?
Hey, no, if it works, it works.
That's fair enough.
Surprisingly, I think this first card might work well, might not, who knows?
Excuse me.
First card, the Hermit. If my internet won't stop being... Oh, by the way, for people watching, I have props. Sorry, like, just so you know.
Motherfucker bought up 2 cars.
I guess you could say props to him.
Oh, goddamn.
Being
Stop talking.
prepared.
You've gone
wait, what?
in your past, I said stop talking.
Oh,
At that joke.
In the past, you've gone through a bit of soul searching, or maybe some time of being alone and inner guidance led you here to this day. The next one is Temperance. Looks like someone near a forge of some kind is the art I'd describe it.
She quirks her brow at that one.
Alright, balance. Purpose. Maybe searching for it, maybe you found it. Who knows? Can't be quite too sure.
Go on.
The last card, as he flips it, is the High Priestess.
What does that one mean?
You'll have to... Intuition will come to you. Some type of it. You'll have to use it in the coming days, months, years. That intuition of yours might get you kind of far.
Trust my gut is.
That's
what you're
all good.
saying.
Oh, entirely. I suggest that for everyone, but you specifically, yes.
That's more than fair enough. She kind of taps the table in front of the bartender, just like, make sure this man gets a drink.
I also, do you have to pay to stay here?
You already had your payment made to stay here.
Huh?
You already made your payment to stay here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last
If
night.
not, I was going to use something.
No worries.
So, are you a spellcaster? Saw the book. Was wondering.
Yes, yeah, I have to know my way around the arcane sigils and such, otherwise I'd end up, well, with a ship that's not flying, and honestly, that's just boring. You know what I mean?
Of course. Maybe sometimes we can compare notes, because always having more capabilities is never a bad thing.
Oh no, never a bad thing. At some point you'll have to let me know if you need any new tricks, which, to be fair, hardest part, getting the ink and the paper. Oh my gosh, you have to go so far just to get the ink and paper. When you finally splurge, you never feel like you have enough, even when you've been paid good money. Ugh. You know what I mean?
Yes. What's your name, by the way?
Nafina. I'll spell it out for
There you guys go.
Thank you, Butters.
Bless you, Butters.
you. She said her name.
She did, but I forgot, and Limey didn't hear.
You're fine.
also, only Dren and Yumiko would have heard it.
Well, I would have heard it.
You were there behind Yumiko, so you were there when she was introducing herself.
Oh, really? Oh, I thought we were like way
followed her.
behind.
You said that you followed her.
No, I was going to the bar.
No, when she was going to the airship.
Oh,
He went back to the bar, I think.
Oh, you went back to the
A
bar?
little
My
bit-
apologies.
a
I
little
thought that you
bit
said that you had been
after-
following
yeah.
her.
No, like I figured that when we were walking towards there, she was like off at the side, like a little bit away. I don't know.
Nope, you guys were able to follow her if you had wanted. So you were able to hear it. But if you want this to be your first time hearing it, by all means.
Yeah, I don't mind.
So you've now heard the name Nafina. And she raises a glass to you and takes a long draught. Not enough to knock her on her feet or anything, but a long draught all the same. I'm sure it'll be a pleasure doing business with you if you're hopping on the boat.
I am. Of course, it's all quite interesting. I'm gonna have to take a look at this ship myself once I get the time.
Good. Believe me, just walking around the ship, just looking at things, you're not going to know what you're looking at until you actually get someone to talk to you about it, because there's just so many nooks and crannies that it's the funnest thing to just wander around some days, making sure everything's okay, even though you already know that your work's, you know?
I do have a question.
Yes.
Is there a specific spell that is used to control it? Or activate it of some kind? I don't need to know the spell, of course. I'm just curious because I was wondering how it worked.
Of course. It's more along the lines of a magical item, if you will. Something that's been enchanted. It takes quite a while, and so most people tend to not attack and destroy them on site because, well, trying to destroy something like this is, one, very hard, and two, well, you'll get nothing out of it if you just destroy it now, won't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Although we did have one group that did attempt such a thing, and they found out that, well, we're not just pretty faces. You know what I mean?
Quite.
She kind of grins and starts playing with a few things on her. Which she's got a few baubles here and there, which from your experience with the arcane, you'd know that a few of them are probably some form of material component that's just kind of idly placed on her person to look as inconspicuous as possible, but she's most certainly more armed than she looks. To a casual observer, they would think that she's, more easily taken out. No, she's ready for whatever may come.
He just nods as he's flipping through the cards.
Now, you are the first group I've seen here today. I'm presuming you're not the only group, but you caught my attention first with kind of gives Yumiko a little poke. Your friend here being gung-ho and ready to say hi. So, I mean, I'm not saying no to that, no. But I am curious. Tell me about yourselves. Be nice to get a quick first-hand glimpse before I have to do my job and get anything else. But that's all tomorrow stuff. I can party tonight.
Well, I'm Dren. Dren the All-Seeing, as some referred to me as.
The All-Seeing. Well, you did give me a hint into the future. I'm always willing to keep my eyes open. Gives you a wink.
Cock smile, just nod.
And you introduced yourself as Yumiko, if I heard that right. What about your friends? You didn't introduce them to me. Kind of crosses her legs and makes like I'm curious, go on. Motion to everyone.
What? I'm sorry.
She's asking for you to introduce her to them, to the rest of the party.
Okay. Wait, me or Dren? I'm sorry.
Either or. She's just wanting to be introduced to everyone so she knows who everyone is.
My friend just sent me some stupid Evangelion shit and my brain is slightly
That's not
melted.
my fault.
It's
I feel
slightly
like-
melted.
This is kind of above. Yumiko is like the aunt that gets drunk and starts talking about politics on during what fucking.
I don't even think gnomes are political all that much from what I keep reading.
Not really, but they can be. But
I just imagine that's the energy she gives off. Okay.
the energy is what he's talking about, obviously.
She's more the aunt to get drunk, throw a chair, and not remember it.
Same
Then see
energy.
the carnage and laugh.
So she's like looking at her, and she kind of like slowly looks to Dren, just like,
Okay. She'll point at the redhead. Think you met that one. If not, that one's Zarya.
Okay.
She'll point at the construct. My personal favorite. I don't remember his full name, so we're just gonna call it Story for right now. If you want to tell your full name, feel free to.
that's you, NPR.
Yeah.
What? Sorry.
He had his teeth. She pointed at you and said, "I don't remember his full name. That one's Story. If you want to tell her your full name, feel free to."
Oh yeah, he would sort of take a small bow and say, "Storvina."
I can see why you call him
You
Story.
You can call me Story if you like.
Thank you. Storvinger. Story. I like it. It's a good name.
Metdren.
Storvina.
Binner. Storbinner.
Metdren. The Verbolg is Eris,
Hello,
and
Eris.
the Minotaur is Tharius.
And it looks over at the Minotaur and like slowly leans back to look up at him, just kind of like looks back at you, looks back at him, just like, he's tall.
I know.
They're both tall.
Why is noise?
That was an agreement noise.
Yeah.
You can't call me out like that.
No, I know. It was just I just
Yes.
heard it in the background very quietly.
Yeah, very tall.
Yeah, they're tall. You're tall too, though.
Hello.
That you know I'm standing in front of the three tallest of the group.
Fucking like 7'4".
All you need is the cliche anime zoom out from behind, and we got a monster story. It's fine.
Yeah, like the rock noses are talking to each other, and you just see 3 pairs of legs in the background.
I like them. They'll make for good
Like, what was
additions
it?
to the crew.
I like the
Was it
organs,
the
too.
Proud Family Paris, where it's like the parents, or not the parents, but like Michael Jordan
you're
wasn't
thinking-
in, all you saw was his stomach?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
I thought you were gonna talk about fucking Cow and Chicken, where you only see the parents' legs.
Nah,
Ever.
Proud Family.
That's another good
I think it was the
example.
Proud
of it.
Family. It's either the Proud Family or it might have been Foster's Home, but I think they showed his face in that one.
So you see them just kind of shake their head, grin, and motion to you. Pleasure to meet y'all. And are you all together as a group already, or are we gonna have to break you up into a smaller group? Hopefully not.
We did deal with some death dogs together, so I think we are a group.
Oh, well, if you're all a group, then we can. Here, bartender, give me something. Paper. You see the guy just kind of look at her, just like.
I'll give her-
I know
I'll-
how much. Paper.
I'll just say, I'll just hand her some before the bartender even gets.
There we go.
Bartender's
paper.
looking at her like, what the fuck? You need something to write him.
He's just like, I don't sell paper. And
Yeah,
he-
yeah, please.
Just snaps fingers. Paper, please, sir. Paper.
Papers.
Papers,
Corey.
please.
Glory to a store.
Yeah. Glory to Armstadska.
Glory to Rostotska.
Mother proud. Thank you, Jack, for introducing me to that, because I've played through it, and it is hilarious. Well, and, you know, in the playthrough he does, when I do it, I'm always like, no, I missed the thing! That being said, she gets the paper and she writes down all your names, and she, after a moment, she kind of like, I'll let you guys decide on, any other details about that. She kind of just puts at the top group. So you guys are going to be the group. Don't know what you guys want to be. If you want to be anything for, as a group or whatnot, but that's not my problem. You guys can do as you need.
Storvin jokingly puts forward the name the Talls and Smalls.
We are the group.
Here's the thing. Drin stands up. Drin is extremely average height. Extreme. 5'8" human. He's like,
We have a problem here.
To be fair, you're still smaller. Can you still count?
You're indeed quite small compared to me.
Everyone's small compared to you.
but just in general, I'm saying.
Aye, but we're talking about as a group.
I've got a better one. We are Biggie Smalls.
Oh
You guys have plenty of time to think it over. You're just getting on the ship. It's more just to
I need to
put it on
stop
for
them
later.
from picking this name.
Oh,
what you're
fuck.
doing.
Butters, I don't know why I didn't expect that
Where did you get that harmonica from, Dren?
He's had it for a while.
Found it.
Oh,
Can you
God.
play anything?
Huh?
Can you play anything on it?
Yeah, this.
It's a very
That's all I
lovely
got.
tune.
Thanks, yeah.
Oh, gosh. I just want Dren to have a fucking harmonica on him now that he just plays every time he makes a joke.
In
He never does
consideration of
anything
this, I need another round of drinks. She puts down another gold piece. The guy's like, you didn't finish that. She kind of looks at him just like, oh, another round. He's like, motions to her, just like, fine, I'll another round of drinks. Sure.
You guys already finished the mug. Is this better ale than what I have in the canteen?
It's the same ale as what you have in the canteen.
Oh, awesome. Then she'll cork her canteen and take the mug.
I mean, you did see before, when we were in the tavern last session, that Stormwater did buy Dren a 10 gold bottle of very strong ale.
Jesus Christ!
Just in case she's thinking about drinking something a bit stronger.
He's trying to regulate herself.
Trying.
Keep on trying.
Trying.
Everyone just says trying.
Man, what's your character's name again?
Azaria.
Okay.
You might want to change your names on the Roll20 thing to make sure that you guys can see each other's names and be able to just call them out.
And
Oh, come
1,
on.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many people in our group? 6?
7, yeah.
7? Oh, yeah. How do you spell the Minotaurs?
The what?
Minotaurs.
I'll just put in roll 20.
Thorius, yes, she got you.
There you go.
We can be Team Stat Day.
You say stat day.
It's the only kind of anagram I can come up with.
Team stacked.
Look, like I said, you don't have to do it right now. It's just for
Stacked.
later. You know what I mean? Just
We do also have Figment. Don't forget that.
Figment just kind of gives a wave. Hello, I am still here.
Oh wait,
I
I
almost-
messed up one of the letters.
Almost. When he said team stacked. Just for fun, Sean, is that a short joke?
We couldn't do Stat Day because I messed up the letters. We could do Fast Day though. Okay. hear you.
Ah! My hand.
And no.
It doesn't help out of character that I'm bad with names.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm blind, because I thought that said Darius is typing.
Shouldn't say Darius is typing.
It says Drin.
Draven is typing.
Oh, no.
Draven!
Hmm.
We don't have to think about it so hard right now.
That's what I said. That's why I said another round of drinks so you guys would drink it. It slaps the table. Come on. She gets her drink in front of her and just...
One's a Gear Force. You can't drink.
She looks up at him and looks back at you, looks back at him. I don't care if he pours it on himself. I bought drinks for everyone. Go on. Enjoy
Such a
yourself.
waste of alcohol.
He picks
Give
up
it
the
to
drink
you.
and it's just kind of looks at it like, I've never had to drink anything before.
Oh god, does he have a mouth?
He does, but I don't know if he has like a digestive system.
I don't think it mentions anything about Warforged not needing to eat or drink. You can check that later to see if that is a thing that they don't have to do.
Yeah, they don't need to eat or drink.
They
Or
don't need to
breathe.
eat or drink?
Warforged does not need to eat, sleep, or breathe, but he can still benefit from the effects of consumable spells and magic items such as a hero's feast or potion.
Okay,
So you
can-
can't consume things.
I can
Magical
consume.
specifically.
He
Yes.
okay, magic. Okay,
But-
specifically.
I'd say that you could
Sorry.
It's basically
consume
you
other
can't.
stuff.
It's basically you can eat if you want to, but you don't get like nutrients or anything from it.
Just eat to be hashtag relatable.
Yeah, essentially.
Put this in my mouth because it is helping me be more like you.
He tries the ale, and he's just like, so this is what ale tastes like.
No, I can't drink it. I wonder if I can use your taste. Or not taste, but it's digestive tract.
Eris is gonna sniff her tankard and then take a sip and go,
Story, quick, turn around. She's talking to.
Yes.
Turn around for me real quick. I promise it'll be fast. She's looking for like a latch or something on him.
You start looking around for it. Doesn't appear to be any kind of latch.
How do I see your inner workings? It is essentially the equivalent of having a ferret climbing up your body.
Trust me, it's gonna take more than that to get into fine, fancy man like him.
Yeah, so you'll have to buy me dinner first.
See? Well, I mean, I bought you 2 drinks.
what does buying dinner have anything to do with reaching his innards?
Yumiko slowly looks up at Eris.
It's a sex joke.
That's a very weird sex joke.
It is,
There's
but it is.
stranger.
Sweet innocent child.
I heard it once before. I think it was something to do with one person getting inside another.
I know exactly
not
how
sure
sex
what it
works, it's
means.
just you would be doing it the wrong way round.
I'm
Not
just
if we're
gonna leave it
doing
at
it the
that.
wrong way.
And, she kind of looks to the bartender, and the bartender's like, "I gave you 2 rounds. You're already doing this. Don't put down another goal." And she's like, "But I got the gold. I can do that."
Yumiko slides down
Holds
Soy's
the
leg.
gold coin, just like, huh?
Yumiko will put a gold on the bar.
He slides it back. She already paid for more rounds than she actually realized. There's not as many. And then all of a sudden you hear noise behind her, and she kind of gives this smug look at him, just like, "See, I knew they were coming." He just kind of slowly takes the gold coin, just like.
Yumiko
yes.
points to her
A
2
gold
empty
coin
mugs.
would be a few different rounds, wouldn't it?
You see him like slowly
What
shake his
time
head.
is it?
It's in the evening. By this point, it is close to sundown, as in sun is touching the peaks of the mountains in the distance.
God.
What?
Huh?
I just
What?
saw it posted in Roll's
Yeah, I
You
should
guys-
have noticed.
You guys don't like the team name?
I don't know what a Nardwell is. So.
Ne'er-do-well.
What does that mean?
Someone who technically may or may not be doing good things.
I think that's how it's spelled, I think.
I don't know. I spelled it how I spelled it.
Okay. I mean, for a second when I first read it, I thought it was the problematic enduring narwhals inciting stress.
I dig that too.
God, that stupid song stuck in my head.
No one's swimming in the ocean.
God damn it, Lemmy.
Eris is going to ask the bartender if they have anything stronger.
They look to you and they slowly lean back and tap the a bottle, and she's like, 10 gold and I can get you something real good.
Sold!
She puts down 10 gold.
He
I'm
grabs the
used to
bottle.
much more potent beverages. This is... If we're going to be partying, then I think more potent is better.
He glances to that laugh and just, do you both put down 10 gold?
Yes.
So you
Just
get 2
imagine
bottles of
you and
strong
Co-
stuff.
Yuriko gradually gaining in energy, just kinetic energy. Just starts
Vibrating in
laughing
place.
like, vibrates.
Vibrates so fast she phases through the bar.
Yumiko
to grab
becomes
bottles.
Bethesda Fletch.
She phases through to grab the bottle.
She glitches to get the bottle.
I clipped through!
Bethesda clipping through.
I'm stuck! You take 6 force damage. You are expelled
my
where you were
God.
attempting to get.
Stovina would he would drink the tankard of ale that he has because he already drank from it, so he doesn't want to I don't know.
want to waste.
I mean, it's more just like I don't know how diseases work that much, so I don't know if I'm just spreading something to other people.
I don't think you
But he
can
also
tax him
kind
to
of-
spread.
He also kind of enjoys the taste a little bit,
Hmm.
but he'll give the other tankard to someone else who wants it. Probably Yumiko, because she'd be the first to ask.
Eris is currently partying with Yumiko with a big ass bottle of very expensive ale.
Azaria will take it first.
Also, Yumi's drinking straight out the bottle. There's not a fucking mug.
As you do so, he
Oh.
holds my fingers just like, those are for shots. Roll a con save. That's a failure. As soon as you pull it out of your mouth, you feel slightly go up your nose a little bit from you trying not to cough and failing a little bit as you're oh, the tingling sensation just kind of runs right through you and you're just like,
Is that the stuff I have a bottle of?
might
Yep.
be.
I've been drinking out of a canteen of that shit.
Not this shit.
No,
This
I
is
didn't
the-
pay for
this
that.
is
No,
the better
remember?
shit.
He filled my canteen with it.
With, not with
better
that.
shit, not the best.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah,
Thi-
not the
this
best
shit,
just good
this shit is the hashtag. Don't buy this unless you're planning to, forget how to breathe.
Challenge accepted.
Stovina just bought it for Dren, thinking it was just a high quality ale, not thinking it was actually just really, really, really fucking strong.
It's
just
really,
poison,
really, really
it's fine.
fucking strong.
It's just poison. It's fine. It's fine.
If she
Why
ever
don't
gets
you make that
stressed, I
concept
know what
as
I'm
well?
using this for.
Why do you think she's been drinking the past
see
couple
Drin?
hours?
Drin is like having a real rough time trying to reach the center of his back. Like
What the center of his back?
Why not?
he's got it. He's got an itch.
Eros is gonna lean across and start scratching.
No limitations.
He looks a lot better.
He was struggling. She's going to assist. She's
Is
got
this
passion
where
for
you
it.
scratch my back,
Yeah, I
I
was
scratch yours,
gonna
Joe?
Eventually, the Furbo will just find a support beam, and you just see her like rubbing her back up and down against it, like
Oh,
fucking
it's
bears
it's like
do.
A bear, yeah, it's like a fucking bear rubbing on a tree.
What are you doing? Itchy.
As all this is going on, you are trying not to lose your mind over the fact that this is, hashtag the good shit, as well as, oh my goodness, I need more. You hear a few people entering, and anyone who looks back would see that there's a gaggle of various people, including a dwarf, a human, a tabaxi, and a Goliath.
You shout something in Gnomish. I don't think anyone speaks it, ironically.
The gnome next to you kind of looks at you. What did you say?
She said, "Hi, come and drink."
The Goliath glanced at you and in Gnomish yells back, "When I'm good and ready, keep a bottle for me."
June's
Holds
be
up a
watching out for a bar fight.
As he says that, you see your new friend next to you kind of like pause mid drink and slowly glance back as Nafina's like, boss is here. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good.
Wait, who's boss?
My boss,
No, like what?
Nafina.
No, who is her boss?
You think that was in character?
Yes. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Didn't realize. Kororok, Sky Hunter. Kind of like makes like.
What's
a
this
with her
guy look like?
eyebrows. Goliath. Tribal tattoos, like with his.
Oh, the one that I just got shouting at.
Yes, the guy who shouted back to you. He has tribal tattoos that look like almost like wind or wings on his cheeks, with an array of tattoos that run across his chest until you can't see it under his shirt, as well as down his arms, with his left sleeve just be completely missing and just showing off the very faintly glowing tattoos that run down his left arm.
Glowing.
Very faintly, as he gives a little salute to you guys and goes over and sits down and motions for someone else, which is the tabaxi. Yeah, the tabaxi's sitting next to him.
Oh, let's have the question.
No, just because I was I'm making sure I remember whose circle of friends is where. But the tabaxi sits down next to him, kind of motions, and he makes like a dismissive, no, I want to see this kind of motion. And he watches. He's just basically people watching at the moment.
Is this the Goliath that Stovner was with earlier, or?
No, this is the captain of the ship that you guys are going to get on. This is the captain of the Thunderlord.
Okay.
Nafina's
He said
boss.
his name. Did he say his name?
His name is Kororok, which I will spell for you.
Thank you.
Watching a bear itch itself makes it look like the single most uncomfortable experience ever.
Paris, is your phone next to your thing?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, we're getting some
Yeah.
static, and I'm like,
Thank you.
no worries.
Just in case, I'm gonna be doing an arcane recovery. We're taking a short rest, might as well.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
Can't hurt to be safe.
Of course.
Exactly. I get one whole spell slot back, boys.
Oh shit.
One whole spell slot for a wizard is a big deal.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
It's the difference between casting a spell and not.
Yep.
Mm.
So you get back your spell slot, and the place, it's jovial, it's lively, and there is a point where, as you're watching, you see a few people looking like they're rowdily about ready to get into a bar fight, and you just hear a soft from the Goliath, and immediately the two people like look at each other, look over to the Goliath, look back at each other, and slowly sit back down with like a look on their face of just, I could punch you. I could
What the
punch
hell
you,"
happened?
But he just makes that noise, and they just
Can I
slowly sit back
insight
down.
the situation?
Yeah.
Am I drunk yet?
At this point, yes. So with disadvantage.
Okay, so it's advantage. Still not bad.
You got some wisdom to you. 14. From the look of it, you can see that they are garbed in similar clothing, meaning that they're probably working together, and I mean, it's not the most obvious thing after moments looking around, but once you look between them, you realize, oh, they're probably members of the same ship, so that makes more sense.
Unless they're off hours.
These are off hours, but he was basically saying, yeah, no, don't start shit with that one
Oh.
exhalation. And they were just like, they had the look of, oh, we want to start shit. We want to blow off some steam, beating the shit out of each other, but the boss just said no.
Well,
God damn it.
I'm grabbing 2 shot glasses and walking over to the table.
Please try not to encourage them. You hear from across the way in Gnomish.
She makes an air gesture with her hand, like, I'll try. She'll set the 2 shot glasses in front of them. Boys, you need to calm down. Tonight is the time to party, not to throw some punches. And she'll pour them both a shot.
They look at you, and like one of them is about to say something, and then a third person at their table just like leans over and flicks him in the ear, like, what the fuck? And he kind of motions like, no, that's the good shit. Can you smell it? And the guy like looks at him, looks like he's crazy, slowly picks up the shot glass, takes a very small sniff of it, immediately pushes away from his face, looking at the glass just like, oh. Kind of gives you a look. Sorry about that. I didn't realize you were being so generous. They both look at each other, and they like hold their hand towards each other and like hook their arms around each other and just go gulp.
just literally give them a shot of regular ale. Just like, what the
With
fuck
the
is
wrong label.
Yeah.
Nah, the smell of this is they're aware of it just based off of that. It's one of those that has a reputation, if you will.
There we go. Drink, laugh, and have some fun. Let's not draw blood. Unless one of you hits me, and then you're just down.
Ah, yeah. They kind of give you a light pat on the back. Yeah, I like you. What's your name?
Yumiko. If you call me Yumi, I'll snap your arm.
Alright, yeah, Yumiko. Does she actually snap her arm? I am not. You should give us alcohol. We'll call her what you want. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And eventually you get the night dragging along. They start singing little shanties and whatnot that your drunken mind is not really picking up on, but who cares? You're having a good time. Eventually, things start to wind down. You're tired.
Shit-faced.
You're shit-faced by this point. Granted, you've also been... You're looking at a mug that you're staring into like, this is the worst alcohol ever. And then someone mentions, that's because it's water. Well, it needs to be better alcohol. As Tharius keeps giving you these glasses.
Yumiko would start pouring alcohol into the water bottle.
You see Tharius like hold her finger just like, I can't stop this, can I? He allows it, but he makes sure that you're constantly given water.
No, she doesn't realize she's just making watered down alcohol.
Yeah. It tastes even worse, but you're like, nah, it's got that alcoholic tingle to it, so it's got to be alcohol, right? Yeah. You're that kind of drunk.
Yeah.
You're that much drunk at that point. But he's trying to make sure that you don't have too much of a hangover in the morning.
Yeah. I regret none of it.
Is there anything you guys want to do or people you want to talk with before you go to sleep? There are
I can't walk
various
a
I
members
need
straight
to
of
make
line.
a
the
con
crew.
save.
Oh yeah, make a con save. If you're drinking the same stuff that how many shots do you
let's see
take?
this.
I'm drinking from the bottle.
Oh
Yes,
yeah, con
you
save please.
Yeah.
Let's do this shit. Oh!
That's a fail. You are at first it's just the burning sensation. Within I'd say about 10 to 15 minutes, you are also quite just kind of giggly and kind of leaning to the side every now and then, just like. Oh, actually, what kind of drunk are you? My apologies. I did not mean to stereotype that kind of drinking. What kind of drunk are you?
Iris is as she gets more drunk, she starts getting more panicky.
Oh.
Oh, she's an anxious drunk.
No!
I thought I was gonna picture her as an "I love you" drunk. To be fair.
Right, that's what I was thinking. The touching
I was
drunk.
thinking sad drunk myself.
It's stages. It's stages. She goes through the lovey drunk, but then gets slightly
panicky.
more into nervous drunk.
Jern is drinking, but not like those two.
Yeah.
Someone
Yeah.
someone in the group is probably going to find themselves with a fur bog just kind of attached to them in a very much sort of no one hurts you kind of way.
God,
The
it's
fact
gonna
that
be
it's not-
me, isn't
I was
it?
about to say, like, the fact that it's not Yumi automatically is what I'm surprised
Roll a
at.
d6.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Ta-da.
So that is a 3. Story. You have a 4 bolt on your arm.
I thought it'd be Azaria.
Yeah, I would have thought, since Guru's the second one.
I feel
Well,
like
yeah, no,
everybody
girl,
said
it'd be
it's
D5.
Tharius.
Yes.
If she rolled a 2, it would have been Tharius. So yeah,
It was
it's on story.
D7.
Oh,
Dude,
7?
D7.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
D7.
7.
Slash
Roll
R
D7.
space D7. So it might be someone else.
If she
Luckily for
rolls
you.
Well,
it-
no, but hold
I'm
on.
gonna say
We're
that
a
way.
group of 7, but she can't, like.
She can hug herself.
Yeah, no, it's true. Attached to herself. No one's gonna.
That's
No one's gonna hurt you.
No one
Oh,
can
it's
hurt
sick.
me.
Who is it?
Let's find out. That
Herself.
is a.
Because,
That,
what is
It's a
it?
6.
it's a 6.
Yeah,
That's Yumiko. No, that's Eris. Nope, my apologies. That's Eris.
She's hugging
That's
herself.
herself.
So she's
Sorry.
hugging herself, just like rocking in
Please
place,
tell me
just like-
please tell me there's a mirror in the
no.
bar and she's attached to the mirror.
There's no mirror in the
No,
bar.
that's at this
Story
point.
would just like he would walk up and sit by her and just kind of just like
Just pat her back.
yeah, just kind of like pat her back or like stroke her fur or something, just to try and comfort her.
You see all of her fur bristle.
Oh god. She's like a cat.
Standing on edge, just like,
If it stays like that, he'd stop, but he would stay near her, just to like I don't know, talk,
give her something comforting to.
Gosh.
or maybe like ask if she wanted to like
They're after me, man.
go somewhere alone or something. They're outside. I can hear them.
Eventually, if you make her anxious enough, she might barrel roll over the fucking bar counter.
He's not trying to make you anxious.
Basically, she's gone from giggling and did we lose some? We lost the butters.
Buddies!
Let's come back.
But yeah, she's basically gone from giggling and
I'm still
generally
eating.
just being like, yeah, this is good, this is fun, this is party, to sitting at the bar, staring at the bar table, holding the bottle, and the tail is just going back and forth, back and forth, back.
Okay, so
Just
Don,
cattail.
since we have been traveling,
Story.
good.
You first.
Since we have been traveling long enough that Eris is used to you just chucking shit out of the bag and just reacts like, yes, this is perfectly normal to most of.
I'm gonna say no because you're drunk.
That's why I'm asking. I'm like, can I roll something with disadvantage? Just swaddle the child.
Insight with disadvantage.
I know nothing.
Story doesn't know what happens to people when they're drunk. Like, not that much, because like he's been around drunk people before, but like he's not like been friends with a drunk person before. So it's just
Story's sitting here like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, he's trying his best to just like, do you want to be alone? Do you want me to help you move somewhere alone?
I
Are
know.
you hungry?
Story. I know what to do.
Oh.
Hey, look, an animal, and the snake crawls onto her. She seems like the type of person at the party to find the one animal that hide in the corner.
How does she react to suddenly having a little snick?
Can I make a roll to see if Eris would recognize, oh, this is dragon, or if she would just react to snake?
We're safe.
Snake.
Roll a wisdom check. Just a
Was
straight
just
wisdom
straight-
check.
Not even a save.
Yeah, not a save.
Oh.
Whoa! What was that noise?
That's a
panic
fire
noise.
alarm.
Bet you didn't know you could make that sound. Bet you didn't know you could make that sound on a
I
harmonica.
thought those Limey screaming.
Yeah, no,
for 2
please don't ever do
seconds,
that
honestly.
again. That was a high-pitched what the hell noise.
That sounded like a fucking fire alarm. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's
That
why I said
sounded like it
don't.
belongs in that stupid Simpsons meme where Bart just makes weird phone sounds.
Yeah.
Okay, so
As I'm holding it out, I'm just like holding my action for it to be gone from existence. Like,
Butters,
yeah,
I'm really sorry.
it's fine.
Oh.
Your punch can't kill it.
Eris looks down at the snake,
Mhm.
and the lips kind of peel back to show bigger fangs than you would expect on a furbolg. She hisses very loudly and just slams the quarterstaff onto the snake.
Bonk.
She had a weapon readied?
She had it on. She said that she's been fiddling with her quarterstaff.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I mean, I don't think like even max damage on a quarterstaff can kill a familiar.
Familiars don't have a lot of health.
No, but depends on her strength.
True.
Because it'd be 11 hit
true.
points if
Make
she
an
has
attack
3
roll.
strength.
River hit dragon.
I think
Let
you
me
miss
check.
actually. 'Cause if it's a pseudo or fairy dragon, its dex is 5.
Its AC is 13.
Oh jeez.
That
So it does
hits
hit.
the way.
Fucking
It's
class.
a snake.
I keep hearing dragon, snake, dragon,
It's a-
snake,
it-
dragon.
His
snake.
name
His
is Dragon.
name is Dragon, and it's a snake.
Oh, okay.
That's the joke.
I didn't.
God, alive.
One damage. It's like
Wow.
you gently bop it on the head enough that it's like an ow, like a little headache, but
No, you bop it on the head and it disappears from existence.
Mhm.
By the way, Paris, it's 3 HP.
Christ.
So yes, there was definitely a possibility that it
Wait,
could have been
it's just
deleted.
it's your strength. It's your strength mod 0.
Yes.
Yeah.
She started so sad.
So yeah,
Okay.
as it disappears in a puff of sparkles as you hit it.
Oh my god.
The snarling continues. Except it's much more confused now. It's just like, that was a snake here. It's gone now. This is a bad thing.
Again,
I-
if we get her anxious enough, she's gonna barrel roll over the counter.
The snake is now on the inside of the sleeve.
Stolfiner would just go like, "That was Dren's snake. I think he made it disappear. It's okay. It's okay."
Azaria is quietly laughing. Corner.
I'm
Darius
just gonna
is
go
looking for the
sit next-
snake.
I'm going to sit next to Azari.
The snarling does start getting directed at story.
Mm.
I have to say, of all the things that could have happened, I wasn't expecting that.
The snake is still alive, which I'm surprised by.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
I was very well prepared for that snake to be dead, being honest.
If it's been directed at the story, he would leave.
Okay, so now there is a panicked, slightly aggressive firbolg left unattended at the bar.
Okay.
He's watching, but
Yeah, of course. Just kind of
he's
backing
like,
off. I get what you mean.
yeah.
As you're growling, you're getting more anxious. Make a wisdom save. Oh, not wisdom, charisma save.
Wow!
You feel
I can fucking calm emotion.
caress your back, and you're like, huh? But you don't know where it came from. Someone attempted to calm you, and you just ignore it completely.
Does that make her even more anxious?
Yep!
Fuck you, calm! Fuck you,
Someone
calm!
just cast magic on me. It's bad.
Eventually,
You
she
don't know.
just starts shouting.
Do I notice she's getting really even more anxious?
Make an insight check.
I'll make one too.
Can I make an insight to see who might have cast the spell?
Roll
think it's
a
perception, isn't it?
perception check with disadvantage.
I.
Oh, that's more like it.
Ah, she got it.
You can see that she's getting more anxious. You have
That's
no
not
idea
right.
who did it.
Zarya, how do you think she's looking?
Like a lass who can't handle a drink, who's just had possibly one of the worst scares of her life.
Should I try to assist or no?
Well, she's looking around like she's trying to figure something out, and based on what she did the last time, I'm not sure you going over there is the best thing right now.
Oh, I'm not going over there. I can do it from here.
Well, give it a go.
Right. Put his hands together, puts them under the table, and I'll, with my ability thing, Guru, I'll cast Calm Emotions. Not Calm Emotions, sorry. What is it? Charm Person.
Okay.
So, with save, Iris.
Let's see how this goes. Oh god.
I'll let
This is a-
Zarya make an insight check.
Is this a regular?
Can I use the insight from
save
before?
or
Yeah. What do you mean, regular or not?
Advantage, disadvantage for the whiz save.
I think when drunk, it's only skill checks, not saving throws.
Yeah, it's only
Yeah.
skill checks.
So it's just a straight roll.
Yep.
What do I get with a 21? Oh!
17, you succeed. You see Drin almost collapse as he's casting it.
What the fuck did you just do?
What?
I said that very quietly, by the way.
He just whispers, to do that when it takes a lot out of him.
Well, I admire the attempt, but
As
I'm not
technically,
anything.
so I feel like he takes 5 damage.
Oh my gosh!
Oh!
Whoa.
We got a lot of HP. That's a lot of health loss.
Okay.
That's 1/3 of my health, yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, so that's 2 times
Done.
now. Eris has felt magic.
Please, God, tell me I have a chance to notice the chaos.
I don't know, how drunk are you? Yeah!
You're pretty drunk, and you're talking to some Goliaths that enjoy your drink.
Oh Lord.
I'm,
Hey,
Those two are
Goliath.
Goliaths.
I'm gonna regret
Oh,
this tomorrow, but
to other people, then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand up, I'm gonna walk over, I'm gonna sit next to Eris and, like, tap the bar for some more alcohol.
Okay. He kind of looks at you and just like, don't give any to her, but he gives you a drink.
I'll just casually start sipping it.
Eris is like, she's stood up and she's looking around. The
Oh,
tail
you
is
didn't
whipping
feel
back
magic
and
from me.
Yeah,
forth.
you didn't feel any magic.
You didn't feel any magic
Oh.
second
Because
time.
you resisted it.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
there's no way to
I'm
tell if
still, I am still panicked from the
First one?
earlier charisma save.
Woo!
She has a strong personality.
Wait, who's saying?
I said it.
Oh, Lord.
So, I'm gonna get Eris's attention, and I'm just gonna tell her this, like, meandering story about this time that I was chilling in a bar, and this guy has tried to convince a bunch of people that he had actually managed to jump off a cliff and live without magic. Like, I'm just trying to distract her at this point.
Roll a performance check.
Alright. Why got?
It's okay.
Is your cat freaking out?
That's just fine.
I heard it's okay. That's why I'm like,
Ooh,
what the
that's a 5.
She's about to go on a rampage.
Roll a
Wow.
Right.
Eris, roll a wisdom check with disadvantage.
Oh my god. Story looks at his hands just like just,
Well, it is the most enthralling story she's ever heard, and she's like looking at you like, really?
What is happening?
It's helping to slightly diffuse you, as it's calming, kind of droning tones that make your hair just slowly settle down.
What did I say? What did I say at the end of the first session? Next session's gonna be filled with nat ones. I just thought they'd be.
Well, you know, we never really did get to figure it out. We were going to walk him over to a cliff to see if he could do it again, but you know, he wasn't all so keen about it. Said he had to go fight something or other.
What?
Man, you're cutting in and out.
Oh,
So they had to run off instead of being thrown off a cliff to see if they could repeat their glorious ignorance of the laws of gravity.
Story looks at his hands just like, I don't know whether this would work.
So, the good news is, Eris has managed to calm down at this point.
What's
The
the
bad
bad
news
news?
is for Azaria, you've got a furball on you now.
Oh my god.
no, there's worse things.
So what you're saying is that there's two good things.
Yeah, basically.
Depending
It
on your
depends-
point of view.
Okay, so there's two big factors on how this could be a good or bad thing. One, how much do you weigh, and what's your strength?
Ooh,
Good point.
And three,
Let's-
how much
let's-
are
let's-
you leaning on her?
let's hear.
Are you weight appropriate to your height?
Yes, I am about. I am over 230 pounds.
Oh god!
And how much is your strength?
I'm not strong. This is one of my better not strong characters, but I'm not strong.
So she's not leaning on you to the point of knocking you over.
Yeah, I have to brace myself heavily, though.
Yes, that's the thing. Especially since she's drunk, and so not leaning on you heavily is a frame of mind more than it is an actuality. She's trying not to lean on you heavily.
Like a $130 as opposed to like 230.
$1.80, but yeah.
$180? I can deal with that. Barely, but I can deal with that.
You're holding up for now. You're doing your best.
I mean, she did
like-
walk up to the bar saying, "I'm gonna regret this."
Oh yeah, I'm like
She's
casually patting her on the arm, making sure she stays calm.
As time progresses and you just kind of you chat or you drink or whatever Azaria chooses to do, Eris's arms end up just sort of settling around you, and it's just kind of a very much protective position.
Eventually, she's gonna fall asleep on you. That's when the problems start.
Well, that's a good point. Maybe she's not going to drink much more after this, but
You're not. The bartender cut you off.
I need to get enlarged reduced at some point.
it's. I think she would have just been. She would have just drunk that ale.
Yeah,
That's
that was
it.
more than enough.
Yeah.
And you didn't even drink all of it. So that being said, you're protective.
Wow.
I tap on the bar. I usher for the barkeep to come in a little closer.
Kind of leans in closer.
Let me get a bottle of that for the road.
He like stares at you for a moment, just like, if you're on the road, 10 gold.
I put down 11.
He gives a little nod and he gives you another bottle of it.
Just to flex. No. Are we? We got our own rooms, or are we sharing rooms? I forget.
I believe that you were getting your own rooms, because at that time, the only people who would have possibly been sharing rooms would have been Tharius, Yumiko, and Eris.
Story will just
Horrible.
sit in the bar, but he'll be motionless.
Yep. he didn't
That's
get
so
it.
creepy! Just a fucking
Mm.
warhorse in the corner!
Yep. To be fair, though, that's how he's paying for his room.
he's
Because
he's the bouncer.
He's essentially keeping a sentry for them, and they're like,
my
He's
God.
not even the bouncer.
He's not even the
Because, like,
bouncer, just
technically
keeping
he's...
a watch on
Technically,
things.
when they have to, in a sense, rest, so they're not, like, cognitive. So
Mhm.
essentially what you are is a gargoyle.
Basically,
Yeah, basically.
Nobody does
Um,
motionless quite like a gear forged.
you're not wrong
So,
there.
like, Story, like, the reason he's been looking at his hands, he's like, he knows he can cure disease and poison. He doesn't know if being drunk counts as being poisoned.
That's fair. That's fair.
Technically not.
Yes. Not until we hit the stage of alcohol poisoning.
No,
Yeah.
that's the way lesser resto gets rid of drunkenness.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So if you
Oh,
allow
it's
lesser,
Barbados.
I
if you
say
allow
lesser
lesser resto to get rid of
restoration
it,
for this particular thing.
I guess it depends whether being drunk counts as being under the poison condition.
I'll allow it.
Huh. He's still not sure whether it works, but, you know, he's just
Yellow.
kind of like, I'll have to try it sometime. Not now. She seems rather on edge.
Let me not touch this crazy bitch yet.
He does kind of smile, just like, well, someone's managed to calm her down at least.
She's no longer on edge, she's on elf.
Mm.
On the elf. God.
Every time I look at your fucking porch, side burns.
Huh?
Like, look at his character portrait.
Who?
Maz, Azarius.
Yeah.
Every time I look at your character portrait,
I'm sorry, you
What?
cut out at the end there.
every time
You're
I look at your
roboting.
trait,
Wow.
You're a robot.
Again.
Oh my god.
Extending into
Am I
eternity.
fixed?
Yeah, better. Say something. Hold on, say something.
Am I fixed? Is it
Yo.
okay?
You're
Okay.
fine.
Yo. Yeah.
Yo! It sounds like I'm about to try and say yodel.
With my...
So, let me say this before I just fucking crack out again.
Mhm.
Looking at your character portrait, man, I keep thinking she's got fucking sideburns on her head.
I mean, for all you know, she might.
It's just
I
the
didn't
way
say
they-
anything about style of hair beyond strawberry blonde.
Fucking changer. Fucking changer. The elf has no soul.
let us sleep.
Well, I don't have my own soul.
Let us sleep and wake up so that we may get on boat.
Yeah, let's depart.
Yes.
I need to roll something.
Yeah, I bet you do. I lost 5 health and didn't even do what I wanted to do. I'm
Not
so
even
sorry,
that.
dude.
Not even that. Okay.
Sorry.
Excuse me.
In the morning, he would like when they come down, you'd see him in the corner, and then like a moment, like when he sees like the first of you guys getting up, he would go from being just completely motionless to just stands up, walks
Trying to
over.
fucking animated.
Yeah. Yeah. And he would walk over and he'd say, like, how are you doing this morning?
Done. Do I have to roll another con save to see if I'm hungover or not?
With advantage because Tharius has been was feeding you water.
Also,
Thank
yeah,
God.
wait, yeah, are any of you guys hungover? That's the question.
I didn't get a chance to get
Eris.
drunk after helping with Eris.
Roll a con save.
Regular or
Regular.
Just straight. I got water. That's fine.
You're not super hungover, but your head is a little bit tender.
Both of us?
Yours is less tender. You're a little bit better. You're like, yeah, I'm all right. Just it's like one of those things where you're like, you still want something, greasy or otherwise. Just flesh out your system a little bit.
Food.
Um,
There's just goblin buttering of food as she walks to the counter.
I pat Eris on the back, and the snake slithers out of the back of his hand. Just goes, by the way, dragons.
By the way, dragon, what?
Dragon is alive.
Oh, I would hope so.
Oh yeah, drunk. Oh yeah, you smack dragon.
No!
You're very interesting, drunk. I must say.
Oh,
You were on
man,
top
did I
of
break
Azaria.
anything?
Maybe Azaria's back.
Oh, Zaria, I'm so sorry.
Oh, it was fine. I've handled much worse drunks.
You're getting firbolg muzzles just
I accept
down on
them.
top of your head.
Oh.
Very
I
much
accept them.
apologetic
You're-
muzzling.
I
Does-
reach up and pat you on the top of the head.
Does dragon get to roll a hit die?
Dragon got full HP because of long rest.
Yeah, I was gonna say he could.
I don't know if familiars get long rest really or not.
He rolls it as they sleep, so yeah.
Which actually, after looking it over, it says nothing about them needing to eat or sleep. So
Just short rest all the time.
no. It's,
If any of you, oh sorry.
go ahead. The fact that it doesn't state that they don't need to is why I'm not sure personally, but for this, I'll say that if it's basically following the warlock rule of, if you're not doing a heavy activity, you still get the benefits of a long rest. For familiar, I'll allow it.
Anyone that had a room in the tavern but had basically fallen asleep from being so drunk, he would carry them to their room.
There's a few people who needed the help, but various people, not just the members of the party. The two guys who were from before that Paris intervened on, they got smashed and were cuddling each other.
Oh my god. Aww. He put them in the same bed. Because they were cuddling.
Please God, tell me there's a commotion upstairs when they wake up!
You hear a loud of two people sounding like they fell out of bed.
Rico is looking up curiously.
I believe that is the two that were sleeping together.
Oh wait, hang on, I gotta see this! She fucking bolts up the stairs.
You don't see anything because they're still in their room, but you hear.
She opens the door, because I can't imagine
It's
they
locked.
locked it considering its story.
Oh, it's not. You open the door and you see them. No, did you? No, did you? They're looking at each other, still clothed, but they're looking at each other, just like.
I have quietly
The
made my way
story
up
would-
the stairs behind Yumiko to see what's going on.
Story would be following Yumiko and probably enter as well.
Eris needs bread.
You're given bread. As soon as people start entering the room, they're like, "Get the fuck!"
Oh, I didn't say anything about entering.
just
I'm
poking
just
her head in.
peeking.
Story would
A person,
he would
they grab something and they just kind of chuck it at you, like, "Get out, shoo, go away!"
I catch it. What is it?
It's
Dex check.
Wait.
Dex check, yeah, Dex check first.
Can I point something out? I have deflect missiles! I'm a
Yes,
monk!
but I didn't say they
Which
threw
was
it
that
at
Didn't
you.
get thrown at you.
Oh, I don't know. You did say.
You said they throw it
That's
at
a good
you.
point.
You didn't
Who
specify who.
Okay, I will roll a. I heard 4 people saying they were going up, so
4.
1, 2.
It's me and
Who's got
Zarya's
4?
story.
Oh, okay.
You Azarian story? Okay.
Yeah. Eris got bread.
Azaria is the one getting it thrown at. I heard her say
Nice.
something. I thought she was coming. So Dex check.
Mine.
Mine!
It's a paperweight.
What is it?
A paperweight. Looks like
What-
it's a
He's-
paperweight of a.
I was like, there's a lot of things the paperweight can be, Guru.
I'm aware.
It's a not live grenade.
I'd be down with that.
I've seen that as a paperweight.
I believe it. So
It's
you mean
a
just-
paperweight of a fist.
Nice.
Like a gauntlet.
Oh, nice. I'm keeping this. How heavy does it feel?
About a pound.
Nice, dude. This is. Oh man, I could do something with this.
So it
Yes.
just catches it, and it's like, what? Just like,
ooh, neat, and just puts it away.
Like you walk away, and then kind of looks down and like, I think I should have done that.
Story would just like kind of say, you were cuddling each other last night.
No, it
I
worked.
didn't know whether you had separate
Wait.
rooms or not. So
Was I conscious when they started to cuddle one another?
No.
I know I
Damn.
was.
Damn, when I told y'all to get along, I didn't mean that.
We
Have
were. This.
She closes the door. Looks right
yeah,
downstairs.
yeah. Story would leave.
It's fun to play someone antagonistic in nature.
We may have just, realized that they liked each other before they did.
They have some feelings they need to sift through. It's fine.
Yeah, we need to give them a moment.
Let us go to boat!
Let's get on the boat! Dren is like shouting from the doorway. Just obviously not, no.
Let's go!
Yeah.
Amongst the people as you're waking up, which by the way, if are you paying for like a platter, a spread, or are you just like paying for regular breakfast?
Platter.
Do we got time
I'm
for regular
getting a
breakfast?
box.
Yeah, you can
I'm
pay for
making-
breakfast. The
I'm
ship
making
doesn't
time.
take off till the captain gets on.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
If you want to put
Yeah.
down
Oh,
a
shit,
gold
we left
piece,
the
you can
cap-
get a spread.
Gold piece down.
Yeah.
The spread.
Storpen
Okay.
would pay for someone else's if
Mm.
they asked.
Stories is sweetie.
So as you're, getting the spread, it is a spread of food, like potatoes. There's sliced into like these cubes with butter, just like seem to almost like drizzle across it. There's this pork that's been cooked in strips, bacon, if you will, with
I'm gonna pocket some of the pork.
Oh my god.
with
Pocket pork.
eggs.
Salted pork.
Salted
Pocket
pork.
bacon's a real thing, and people don't
Oh, yeah.
realize it enough.
Oh yeah.
It is.
You gotta have the right pockets, but yeah.
Yeah.
Not really.
She's not even looking at it fully. Yumiko's just scarfing it down.
Just putting it in her mouth and eating it.
Yes.
Butters.
Huh.
You have put me onto a question.
Yes.
D&D clothes.
Yeah.
They're gendered. To a point, correct?
No, they try and keep it as non-gendered as they can. Although, if you ask for it to be a specific gendered, it can be.
Yes. If that happens, do they rip off the males with the pockets?
No, everyone gets pockets
Good.
because as someone who has heard the terrible, awful, please, how could you stories about it, I'm not making a world where that is a thing because
I'm sorry, I'm confused.
You know how
no pockets.
ladies get ripped off with like no pockets or like barely enough to put in like a tube of lipstick pockets?
Fake
Me sitting here in
pockets.
my jeans. And my sweatpants. I don't wear lady pants. The only lady pants I wear are fucking tights.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't blame you. Lady pants. Ugh.
No, I mean, I didn't even know that there were technically quote-unquote lady pants aside from size up until you just said this.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Great! I mean, my fat ass won't ever fit in any of them. So this works out wonderfully.
So I will snag at least 3 potatoes and a bunch of pocket bacon and an egg.
I thought she meant from my plate, and I'm like, I know how to use an improvised weapon.
No, you don't. You're not a tavern brawler.
I ask for 1 egg.
A single egg. In these trying times.
I'll give you a platter, but I also want 1 singular whole egg.
Like a hard boiled egg?
Just an egg.
Raw,
It's
raw
just
egg.
raw
he's a
egg.
snake.
Right, that's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
So for
giving
people
him
who
a-
aren't, for people who aren't used to it, they say that happened.
Mhm.
I'd like
Just
an
a
egg,
snake
please.
devouring an egg.
I squint heavily,
Exactly.
but then I remember Snake, and I kind of nod my head like,
About five.
sense.
The egg.
About
Story
five.
just-
if you're looking for just
Yeah.
one egg, there it's just a copper piece.
Yeah. Then
Story just
later,
looks
which
at
might
this-
fuck you up even more, is it then regurgitates the shell like 5 minutes later.
I just
But it looks like kind of a deflated balloon.
yeah.
Yep.
They crush the egg, suck out the juices, for lack of a better word, then just spit the shell back out.
sorry, nod to that as well.
Story looks at Dragon just fascinated.
You just hear Yumiko, oh, look at his mouth stretch, he's so cute. And she will rub along like the base of his tail, essentially, because she knows not to touch the throat.
Obviously.
You remind me
He
of my
nods.
cat.
He just nods. It's weird for how much the snake nods, and he slithers back up his arm, back into the sleeve.
Mhm. Yep. No one questions it. They're just like, it's a snake.
But also gross for like a few people.
A few people that are just kind of like, okay.
Seems legitimate.
Seems legit. I can't.
Snakes go to eat?
Yep. And eventually you see.
Yumiko with the bottom of her, like the end of the fork she's not using, just slowly taps the eggshell off the counter.
Bartender would have taken it as soon as it was, regurgitated.
Oh, okay.
He's not going to let that just lay there. He has class.
Egg. Day.
Yeah.
God damn it.
That being said, he sweeps it up, and eventually you also hear the Goliath. Everyone else is coming downstairs. They get themselves a good hearty breakfast. You hear them making multiple jokes about the cook, which, to be fair, they sound to be lighthearted and more along the lines of, oh man, this is if it weren't for me, if this were my ship and whatnot, oh man, the cook, oh no. But yeah, you're like, you can cook. Well, I could cook. Yeah, you couldn't. Oh no, I couldn't. It's interesting to hear them be like, yeah, I could totally do that, and then be like, no, I couldn't. Yeah, no, Regis is definitely a better cook than you. Yep.
Regis.
Well, that's a well and proper call out.
I mean, they kind of motion towards story.
Yes.
He's like, Rim.
Oh, it's another Gear
one-
Force.
Yeah.
And
That could have been a lot easier than just pointing at him, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, sometimes I forget the words. You know what I mean?
but what does that have anything to do with his cooking skills?
I'm
They look
sensing
at each other,
someone with
look
very
back to you
low social aptitude.
Go ahead. Sorry.
She just leaned back and said, I'm sensing someone with very low social aptitude, and just leans back onto the counter.
They like look at each other and they look back at you and they're like, we'll let Regis work speak for himself.
Watch it come out, it's literally like a piece of charcoal.
No. Well, when you're on the boat, they kind of wave you off like, no. Just trust us.
She doesn't have the height.
Like,
That's the main problem. She's leaning against the counter, but the problem is she doesn't have the height to do it. I don't think she's level with the counter. She's standing on the floor.
What if you're standing on the stool?
Sudden idea.
Just imagine. This presents a problem. Climbs on stool. There we go.
Story would go to everyone and sort of glance at Eris in particular. I'm not sure if this works, but I have a certain talent with my hands where I can heal people. In particular, I can also heal.
Does it require for you to buy dinner first?
I imagine that doesn't hurt.
I don't think so. Anyway, if any of you are drunk, it would be an interesting exercise to try it. Perhaps if any of you are not feeling quite right.
I will keep that in mind.
I certainly don't know if I'm feeling under the weather.
Of course.
Speaking of which, how did you do? Because I watched you take a swig before I left.
How much what?
She's asking Ares how she was doing because she watched her take a swig of the bottle before she left, like before she went to the Goliath and his friends.
Drin is drinking something, stops drinking like shit, and just goes back to drinking.
I've seen worse handlings of alcohol, but not by much. No offense,
Angry
lass,
again.
but it's could have gotten right ugly.
I got angry again and it didn't work out well. Something happened to my head and I didn't like that.
It's
be
called
fair.
alcohol.
You didn't get
No.
angry, you just got very anxious. You got right scared.
Yeah, but also something was poking my head.
That I can't speak to.
Can I roll to see if I can piece together what the fuck she's talking about?
No.
She'll just have Eris lean down, or at this point, sit! And just fucking stroke the top of her head.
Maybe someone tried to make you less anxious with magic at some point. Oh, could be possibilities. Anything could. Magic's magic. Magic can do anything. Magic's great. You know what I mean?
Yes. Oh, I'm very sure. I'm very aware of how good magic is. I'm just not very good with it in my head.
Well, don't get plastered next time, probably, and someone might not do something.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't even see who cast something to calm you. I didn't have detect magic up at the time.
Just continues to stroke Eris's head. There,
Sylvana
we
just
can't all
kinda- Yeah, Sylvana would try and reassure her, just like, I haven't seen many drunks in mine, but from the ones that I have seen, there are many, many reactions. It's perfectly okay. Our character, I just realised he's the sort of person. You don't have to be drunk to have fun.
Oh my god. Yumiko will, like, kind of lift her head. Do you want something sweet?
Wait, how is Yumiko? How is Yumiko
She
touching
basically
Eris's
told
face
Eris
right
to
now?
sit down. And she just kind of lifted her head by her cheeks after she was done, like, stroking her head.
The minute you touch her cheeks, Eris just gets very. You can see there's a blush. You can see there's a blush happening. It's just like.
Otter noises.
Oh my god.
I feel like we're slightly pissing off.
I can't even. Deep breath. Okay. She, like, lightly, like, pats her cheeks. Like, it's legit, like, as if she's trying to clap, but your face is in the way, essentially, is how she does it. But it's very gentle. Come on, let's get you something sweet. If nothing, the sugar will wake you up.
She lightly bats at Yumiko's forehead. Just like,
What time is the ship leaving?
When
when
the
the
captain's
captain's-
well, the
leaving.
Yeah.
captain's awake.
Well, the captain's awake, but he's eating.
Yeah, he's eating. So you guys will know
Oh,
you're about to
oh.
leave when he is ready.
When he fucking ready.
Yumiko will legit climb up the stool. Do you have anything sweet to eat? Anything sweet works, just unless you're just gonna hand me a fucking sack of sugar, in which case.
About to say a bag of sugar for margaritas.
Honestly, I'd take that.
I can't cook!
Well, someone can. Then give them sugar pretty usefully, you know they can't.
I have a question.
Yes,
What's sugar?
sweet.
Spice and everything.
Azaria looked at you dead in the eye, shocked.
What do you mean, what sugar?
You are about to find out, my child. Barkeep,
Your finest pastry!
please.
2
You
copper.
said it's sweet.
I put down a silver.
All right.
Oh, I was gonna put down a gold.
You take
You said
silver.
it's sweet,
I
so
want the finer pastry.
so sugar is honey?
It's like honey, it's...
It's more
Powdery.
He puts
man-made.
down 2 different things and he motions to them. This one's covered with honey. This one's actually got powdered sugar on it.
Ooh,
Let's
Now
give
you
it
can
both.
taste the difference.
one before the other. If you've already had honey, then you know what
Try the
you're going to
sugar.
be experiencing. Try the powdered sugar.
Why is it white?
Is it virtually a Ben Yeager?
Essentially.
That's what
Yeah.
sugar looks like. Although this has been ground up a bit finer than you usually see sugar.
She she licks.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Azaria nods.
This is funny.
She sort of does a lick and is just like,
There it is.
Mm-hmm.
And now it has been devoured.
yeah, there it goes.
That is what sugar tastes like. That is what sweet is. That is what heavens tastes like.
I am so sorry you've been missing out this entire time.
Oh, you don't have to be. Honey's also really nice.
Wait, I have an idea. How long does it look for the captain finishes his food?
He's scarfing. He's taking big bites. Like he looks like he's hungry.
Okay.
This man going.
Barkeep, is there a place to sell sweets? Like just a bag of them?
Candy!
Yumi, I appreciate it,
Not
but
in
I
this town.
don't think we have time.
Bollocks!
Damn it! I
Sorry,
can run fast.
not in this town. No one here
Well-
sells them. You have to get them from bigger cities. This is just a small little village.
Well, we'll just have to wait until we get to the next one.
Ah well. I'm eating that honey. It's essentially a honey bun, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm eating it.
I put down a silver, Guru, and this man only put down 2. I look at him, dead in the eyes.
You want one?
I did put down a silver. I think
You
I
only.
ought to be getting...
I asked for 2 copper. I can get you change, or I can get you some yourself. Which would you?
Two more sugar, 1 more honey.
Set some down for you.
Thank you kindly.
I
Sorry,
will
just
eat
looking at this food like, wow.
2 of the sugar. Well, I will look at Story and offer him 1 of the powdered sugar and 1 of
Wait.
the honey. And
Hang on.
I will look very perplexed, but I will say,
Hold on. You got 4.
well, I got 5, including the ones Yumiko and Eris just ate.
So she has currently in front of her 2 powdered sugar and 1 of honey.
The dragon slithers up, smells one of them, then slithers back to
I just love the idea. Dren.
But he, oh, by the way, you know how snakes smell?
Yeah, they go.
Yeah, they open their mouth and they flick out their tongue.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's
that's
basically dragon licks one of them and just goes back.
Azaria.
imagine that he
is
just goes-
unperturbed.
Ew. Just like walks away.
I'm still gonna eat that.
Yumiko will. I have an idea. She'll pull off a piece of the honey one that she's eating, and then another piece off one of the powdered buns, and hold the honey one up to it first. Try this. And she's holding it up to Story.
I consume it whole.
Yes,
I do not have taste receptors.
I mean, he said ale tasted good, so it sounded like he had taste buds. Or
Hmm.
something akin to it.
That or he's just really trying to make you feel good.
I'm
Taste
not sure
pebbles.
which.
Tastes strange. I've never had anything like that before. Then again, I've never really had to eat, so
So
mean, you still
many
technically
of you
don't,
missing
but-
out on so much.
She'll hold up the powdered sugar bit for him, too.
I try it and different.
We're going to get it. Oh, you're forced into eating.
Plenty more things to be stuffing your gob with on this journey, I
know.
imagine.
Just gonna say, you know, you. Trent did say he was going to call me Dwayne from now on.
I've
So
seen
what
what he eats. I've
I'm
seen
kinda
his
like-
fucking palate.
That's
kind of
true.
just edging him to egging him towards like learning cook's utensils. Very slightly.
Every time like food and Dwayne the Rock comes up, I'm just taking that picture that he had where he broke his fucking diet regimen for a single day, and he just had this like dozens of pizzas and waffles and just all sorts of junk. It's like
Oh my
holy
God.
shit.
So what you're saying is that he had good food. I want that.
Yeah, essentially.
So you guys are eating, and eventually you hear, "Hey, Thunderlords, come on, we're leaving in 5." Everyone's like, "Oh, no, we're not." And he kind of looks at me like, I know, but we're getting on the ship in 5. Come on."
Thundercats. Yeah, story would
You will follow the Goliath.
make.
Shit.
Yeah, story would make his way.
Oh wait, I'm gonna buy one of them fucking powdered sugar buns first before I go.
And you put down a gold, so he just hands you one.
Also, how many ounces does this fucking? Actually,
Negligible. If you're
do
getting it back.
I have anything left in that bottle of ale that I bought?
You have enough for maybe a shot.
I'm gonna buy another bottle too then.
He kind of looks at you just like, "Don't drink it here." But gives it to you.
She holds up the canteen.
You can pour it into your own canteen.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, you have something sweeter.
Kind of looks at you with a slow quirk of his brow.
Stare at me all you want, that ain't the answer.
I got something. It's more of
What?
a wine, really.
That works.
He gives you 10 gold worth of fine wine, which is a big bottle of it.
So, the canteen is empty at this point, like, absolutely.
Can I try something, Miko?
Sure?
You'll take it and... Are you about to... Did you already uncork it?
No.
Oh, that once you uncork it,
She's going to fill her canteen, but she hadn't uncorked it yet.
I will, Yeah, okay. Pour it into your canteen?
She'll pour it into her canteen. She looks very confused.
You see him mutter some arcane words and draw an arcane symbol on the canteen for a second, and then it all vanishes. Take a sip.
She'll sip it.
It still has the alcoholic, like, idea to it, but it tastes like that, bun.
How did you...
Did it work?
It
Been a while since I tried it.
It tastes like the bun. What did you do?
Now you have wine that tastes like a honey bun. Oh,
This is great.
A dangerous combination.
Right. She'll give
and he drew the
him,
arcane symbol with his finger, by the way.
she'll give him 2 gold.
It cost me literally nothing to do. I'm fine.
I know.
Okay, just takes it. If you ever need me to do it again, just ask.
Oh, you're sweet. She lightly punches his side, but considering you're...
It's a light punch.
Wait, side more towards the back or more towards the front?
Just straight side.
Yeah.
If she aimed a little bit more to the right, she might have hit your kidneys.
Okay. Well, let us go fly, huh?
She'll fall after the Goliath.
The Goliath leads the people, and there's a few people who clearly are hanging back a little bit, just taking their time. They know they've got time before it actually takes off, so they're finishing their food. They're not rushing, but they're getting their food in as quickly as they can. There's plenty of people like just grabbing some pocket bacon before they go.
Is Tharius up and walking?
Darius? Yeah, he's up and walking.
I'm in the backpack to eat.
I will look at the captain and say, hello, captain.
Gives you a look over and they nods.
My name is Drin. I'm gonna be part of your. I'm gonna be on your ship. I just wanted to introduce myself.
You're one of the new teams.
Yes,
Excellent.
and Dragon slithers up his arm.
He
He offers a handshake. If he accepts a handshake.
He looks it over for a second, kind of smirks, and just gives it a little handshake, if you will.
Well, no, I extended a handshake.
Oh yeah, he gives you a handshake, but he gives the snake a little kind of.
It's just like as the handshake was happening, the snakes.
I usually prefer people asking before they place a familiar on me, but
Yes.
it's harmless enough if it's a familiar.
Yeah. It is a familiar. It's mine.
All right.
Yes.
That's fine enough then. Gives it a little tap on the head.
Just walk away.
Blep.
Will do. I don't take the snake away.
That's why he mentioned that.
Yeah.
The snake do a blip. Someone has texted me.
The snake slithers up till I get tattoos.
Yep. So you have the snake on there. I'm guessing you're looking through her eyes to try and get an idea of what those tattoos are.
Better. Just once we situate it all, I'll pull out a pearl.
Ooh, that is touch. Okay.
It is touch.
So you cast Identify.
Well,
Alright.
yeah.
So you cast Identify, and these are. Actually, I'll send that to you real quick.
Yes, I get to be the I get to be a Scrooge like Caleb. I'm so happy. I was very curious about this. I'm glad my plan went okay.
I forgot there was a range of touch. Well done.
Yeah.
What did you cast?
Identify.
Ah. Yeah, it is.
What?
Identifies range as just touch.
Yeah.
Paris, your phone.
Oh, fuck. Thank you.
You're fine.
As soon as I get done casting, go. By the way.
Yep, no worries.
Poof.
God, Butters, now you give me ideas.
What?
I have a familiar that just straight up could go visible Wednesday. You know this. Now I have
You're gonna feel
ideas.
something on them because it's not like they're,
Yeah, but if we see something magical, then Arcus can sneak.
Yes, true.
And boink.
So, as we're entering the boat, you just see Drew's face shift to a oh kind of expression as he bamps Dragon back onto into his foot.
Bang! Where the fuck is this chick saying?
With you all up and at 'em, you are able to get onto the ship now that the ship has been open for you to get on, and with the forms that you were given the other day for completing the quest with the death dogs, you're able to show those and they accept them and let you on to the ship. Several dwarves accost you a little bit. Like, well, hold on. But as soon as you show this, they're like, they let you on.
Yumiko gives these fuckers the stank eye.
Yeah, you can give us a snake eye all you want. This is our ship as much as anyone else's, and we got to make sure that people aren't going to be,
She
led on
holds her
here
canteen
to...
out to
What-
him mid-sentence.
Drin. I said Drin. I went with Z. But I was Drin. So, he goes, "Whoa, what's this?" And he's like, just looking at something on his chest and pointing at it.
Oh no!
The guy's chest.
Yeah.
The guy looks down.
Flicks. He goes, and he just walks.
Oh, not this again.
Stovin looks down, like he has. I imagine he'd have to look like really down to see.
Hands in the waist.
He just says, well, "Thank you for doing your jobs."
Yumiko's still holding her canteen out to the dwarf. You're gonna need it.
I don't need water, thank you.
It ain't water, baby.
Hand still on it, just kind of stares at you. Pulls it up to his nose.
Also smells like sweet buns.
Just
He
trust
looks
me.
very confused.
Just
For the
trust
next
me. It's
hour.
quick. Technically, it's wine, but she gestures over to the wizard. You bet it tastes different.
He kind of gives it a nudge back. I don't need any wine. It's not what I'm looking for, if you catch my drift.
Ale.
Ale on a good day. Something stronger on a bad. Today's a good day still, for now. Alright, Captain, we see we got these people on the ship. Everyone else getting on? He's like, yeah, they'll be here soon. Moves over and he takes his place at the helm. Make sure everyone starts getting accounted for, at which point the tabaxi moves up. Kind of gives you all a quick eyeball, kind of like looks you all over. Crosses their arms as they shake their head slowly and pull out a clipboard and start going over, looking their thumb, just like, names?
What?
Name.
Oh.
Story.
Story.
Oh, Stovina. They call me
Venner, put
Stovina.
in parentheses story. Alright. Name. Just basically answer you
Drin,
all.
the all-seeing.
Dren the all-seeing. Tidally folk. Good to know.
Hardly folk. Yumiko Frenza.
Go Frenza. Maybe it gets everyone's names.
As soon as that's done and like she's allowed to freely move, she just grabs Navina.
Hold up, before you just start running off. My name
I'm
is...
guessing. Well,
Yes.
I mean, she did say when she was ready.
Yeah,
She could-
Yep. Don't run off just yet. My name is, people call me Thrill. My full name is Thrill the Hunt.
ew. Sorry. Sorry.
Beg your pardon?
That was meant to be in my head. I apologize. Very, very, apologies 100%.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't expecting it.
I
I wasn't expecting it.
It's my name. Fuck off, Mr. the All-Seeing. He looks down like he's about to strike it off. It's like, yeah, it's the title you want.
It's my mother's maiden.
I don't believe you, but sure.
I'm dead. I'm fucking dead. I am deceased.
He just kind of shakes
Go
his
on.
head at that and
Go on, Mr. Thrill.
welcome aboard the Thunderlord. Please, for the love of all that is good, don't scratch the walls. There's a lot of sigils on there that if you scratch them and you manage to, heavens forbid, somehow have some way with which to do harm to them, you may find yourself ending up on the ground level killing everyone. As much as there are some saboteurs out there who I'm sure would be just the most polite of people for doing whatever they wish, we want you guys to survive. I'm sure you want that as well, right?
It's certainly better than not surviving.
Good. I'm glad we're in agreement. Now, we're going to get you quarters. You're not going to exactly have rooms to yourselves. My apologies, but you're bottom of the food chain
Sleepovers
right
can be
now.
fun.
Hmm?
Sleepovers can be fun.
Well, it's going to be a perpetual sleepover, so if you were expecting something different,
I don't
Bottom
really
of
need
the
a room.
food chain.
I can be anywhere.
we've got a place on the deck for folk like yourself. Speaking of, he motions. And
I look to you.
on the deck, you see this. You'd almost call them almost rotund-looking, very stone and earth motif, gear forged. Just kind of giving this out like clang with every step they take, as one of their legs appears to be made of metal rather than stone. Looking you all up and down. You need more food. Clearly.
Yes, we do. And
We'll
Yumiko,
survive otherwise. Welcome.
we're effing G. Appreciate it. And he gives a
Glad
thumbs
to-
up.
Glad to see there are some gear forged parking spaces.
It
me.
really is.
We make sure that there's places for all, and I make sure that there's food for all. Well, kind of motions to himself and to you, like, clearly, we don't need food, but at the same time, it's his job. He's the cook.
I've actually taken quite a like.
We
I
can
wouldn't
certainly
mind.
discuss more. I doubt you'll be quite as good as myself, just because mine is. He flicks out his arm, and you see multiple appendages start popping out as you realize that all of his cooking supplies are built into him. It's his.
It's kind of like the
his,
thing that groomed Jimmy Neutron's hand.
Kind of.
Go
Yumiko has to be
gadget.
held back.
Go gadget. Cooks utensils.
And I'm just gonna automatically assume it's Eris. She's just like, no! Because as soon as she sees that he is made of different gadgets, she wants to fucking inspect him.
Darius just kind of picks you up.
Ah!
No, you're in the backpack. He just kind of like steps away so you can't just jump out at him.
Let me look at him!
Story
Later.
will just will sort of look at her briefly and just sort of smile and then reply, "Oh, I'm sure you're very much more experienced than I am."
Everyone's
Wouldn't
got
be
to
nice
start
to learn.
somewhere.
Ugh. Eventually she will imagine that when she tries to get out of the backpack, it's fucking hindered, so she just ends up rolling off his shoulder and landing. I don't know if she'll land on her face, her ass, or her feet.
Roll an acrobatics check.
10! My ass!
Your ass.
I'll help her up a little bit. And I just go, Yumiko, by the bottom of the food chain, they mean we're F and G's.
Hmm?
F and G's.
That being.
We're the fucking new guys.
Yes. Yes, you are.
Oh, no, I'm not trying to pick a fight, I just... Navina!
Oh no, I'm aware.
Yeah.
Promise me an inspection!
Later. We gotta get this thing off the ground first. It's not on.
Let me inspect the gear forge!
You have to ask his permission for that. That's not
I
my
think
job.
that requires I think that requires consent.
Regis,
Yes.
can I inspect you, please? You are a work of beauty.
Make persuasion check.
Oh yes, let's do this.
With disadvantage if she didn't buy him dinner first.
Oh, I see that negative one.
I told you she was a goblin.
The goblin friend.
We will discuss this more at a later time, wherein we can get you a meal.
Yeah, he's getting you dinner first.
Yes, he is.
I didn't roll to seduce the gear forge, but sure.
No, you're not seducing him.
I know.
He is just wanting to make sure that you are well fed.
I'm already fat.
No, you're not.
Fine, I'm thick.
There you go. I
That'd been so much better.
Get inside you, you know? You see the Goliath just crack his neck as he looks to Thrill, who, after a little bit, finally gives like a... Hold on, he looks out and the last two people come on board. He checks them off.
Is it the cuddling people?
It's the cuddling people.
Yes!
One of them has a black eye. They're both
Does the
grinning.
other one have bruised knuckles?
You don't know. But that being said, you are all on the ship, and he makes a motion to you all, and you all specifically. You are aboard my vessel, the Thunderlord. These, pulls out the belts that you saw, are your safety belts. For those at home who want to know a little bit how this works, it's the Wumbo Mumbo, as they put it last time, where flipping it over changes the effect. The initial way that it makes it so that you can walk on the sides of the ship, and essentially keeps you anchored to the ship as your grounding point. So that basically, as long as you wear the belt and it is situated as such, the boat is down. So you could be hanging off of it upside down, and still your feet will be attached to it, trying to get towards the core of the ship. If you flip it over, it turns into more of a featherfall situation, where if you jump off the ship and are falling, it will slow your descent, allowing you to land safely. Not necessarily peacefully if you land in an area surrounded by danger, but that's your own fault at that point.
Dude, I feel like this may have been inspired by a encounter we had before. Can't help but think.
I'm trying to think of which one.
You know, the one where Cameron died?
Yeah, I remember this. Yes, there was some inspiration taken from stuff like this, yes.
Story
I had
puts
to
on
take
the
it from
belt.
somewhere.
No questions asked, just puts it on.
I put mine underneath my
you explain this. You guys know.
Some is in my throat and it hurts.
And you were told which way is which, and it's very obvious. Then it was constructed so that it's basically idiot's guide to not falling off the ship, basically.
Wait, didn't one of them make it so you essentially gravitate around the ship?
That's the one that I just mentioned. That's the first way. It makes it so that the core is down.
So, Yumiko pulls out some rope and ties it around her waist and hands it to Tharius.
The Goliath slowly leans forward. As much fun as I'm sure that'll be. Wait till the ship's on first.
That's what I'm waiting on.
Adventurers always throwing themselves off the boat.
What's the point of having the rope?
Just in case it doesn't work the way I think it does.
Hollands! He motions, and everyone begins going into a much faster motion. Underneath you, you feel a faint, like the whole deck. You're bouncing in place for a second as you're like, whoa, as you hear as the thing, you hear the slight grinding of the ship against the stone cliffs.
Yes,
You begin to
is the ship vibrating?
lightly, very, very lightly.
It's a little tiny few specks of dirt just kind of fall out of some crevices.
Oh, didn't know that was there.
Oh, I've been needing a cleaning.
Yep.
Wait, is Dwayne actually like a little dirty?
He's it's not
Like, do you have actual
necessarily dirty. I mean, he has just like bits of like moss and stuff. So yeah, a little bit of dirt, but that's more just like part
Because
of him.
of the moss.
Yeah, you see, actually, like, Jordan waves his hand, and all of a sudden, all of, like, the moss and dirt flecks that are on you just get waved off.
Oh no, I like that.
You like the moss?
You look a lot cleaner, a lot sharper.
We need to be a little presentable, possibly, for the future. Sorry, man.
I really like that. Oh.
You can put it back on you.
I'll help you grow some moss later, Story.
Well, that sounds good. He chuckles.
Yumiko is sitting with her back to the edge of the ship. She's legit getting ready to backflip off it.
Yep, you can feel it like it's not rising. It's that it's drifting away from the cliff edge, and you can see yourself moving outwards. But for you, you have your back to the edge of the ship, so you're just.
I mean,
watching the
technically, I can
horizon.
see on the other end of the ship.
Up to you. So you can see that, yeah, you're away from the edge now.
Oh no.
5, 4,
Oh yeah,
3,
then.
2. Hup! She backflips off the ship with the rope in Theris' hand.
Oh, I'm so curious if she just absolutely messes up on this backflip.
Right.
Roll an acrobatics check
Yeah,
just to see how cool the
Lance.
backflip is.
Lands face first into the ship.
If I wanted to, I could make that so bad, but I'm not.
Just smell magic on the bill.
Oh, I know what the rolls were for now.
Oh no!
No, I got it now.
Oh, you it just clicked what the
it
two
just
rolls
clicked.
were.
Like you're like, I'm doing this thing. I'm like, I think I know what that is, but yeah, that was my confirmation with you saying that.
Hmm.
I am a smart man, but sometimes I forget the little things. That being said, it's a decent backflip. You're able to get your feet over your head and all that stuff, and you backflip and you're going a little bit more backflippy than you thought. As you're like backflipping, flipping, and all of a sudden you
Didn't I
feel
see-
your feet coming down against the steel. the
So, just from the side of
On
the
the
ship.
side of it.
Holy shit, it worked!
It's like you didn't trust me.
I didn't!
That's fair.
Drop the rope.
Drop the rope!
Tharius like looks over the side, just like, you okay? You're on the
She
side of the
waves-
ship. Are you okay?
I'm fine. She walks
Cool.
back up and climbs over the side.
Storvina picks up the dirt and moss that's moved on the ground, and he tries to put some back on his shoulders.
Oh, sweet child!
Any
Can I
that he
help
can't
him?
get, he just puts. Oh, I mean, you're on the side of the ship, but
I'm walking up.
you could help afterwards. Yeah.
Eris is still clinging to some part of the ship.
She's on like the fucking mast in the middle, just like,
Just, just like the fucking pupils dilated, just like.
You hear someone else next to you, just like, first time, and you look down and you see another dwarf who's just doing the exact same thing as you. Don't worry, it doesn't get any safer feeling, but it's safe. I'm pretty sure. It's gotta be safe, right?
Have you done this?
This is my third term.
What's a term?
Year. Sorry, not used to this. When you sign on for a year at least. Then you have to re-sign on.
Oh,
this poor
I
creature.
don't like this.
Neither do I. But it's every time we take off. It's the take. Honest. Once you've taken off, it's fine. The vibrating stops and it's good. It's the taking off part.
Azaria gives Yumi a 7 out of 10 for that. And then she just kind of walks around on the deck like she's getting her air legs.
I legit just imagine she pulls out a
Skylegs.
card from nowhere.
Yeah, skylegs, that works.
So, she just pulls like a big ass card out of nowhere that has a 7 on it. Why do you have that? You'll never know. Just puts it back.
This place
things
could
just
use
like
a
this.
hot tub.
Aye, but how would they keep the water in?
A cover.
Magic?
Well, that's fair.
No, we have a water weird though.
Where?
That's even
Can I
better.
roll an Arcana?
Yes, you may roll an Arcana check.
May I? I don't
Yes,
even think I'm
you both may.
Yumi doesn't care what the fuck it is. She just wants to see
if you're
it.
proficient in if you're proficient in it, you can roll Arcana or Nature.
I'm not proficient in
I'm
either.
not sure if elves get like automatic proficiency in.
No, they get
Arcana.
automatic
No.
I don't think they do.
proficiency in perception.
Ah, that's what it is.
Scouts get automatic proficiency in nature.
Yep,
That's
and
true.
expertise technically.
Can I roll that?
Don't forget your expertise in it.
Yep.
Make sure that's marked on
Yeah,
your thing.
that's all set. It's all set.
Yep. Remember the last time that I had to pull that
Yeah,
up?
I do remember. You almost popped a blood vessel.
A little bit,
I was
yeah. Because
that
I was like, I thought I had messed up
Actually, this is water. Would I have advantage?
for
Like,
water.
this is a water creature.
She's a sea elf.
Oh,
Technically not a normal water creature, for what I know.
technically not, and
Technically
even if it was in the
elemental.
water, yeah, it's an elemental. So
It is an elemental,
It's like
though.
it's a homebrew elemental.
No.
Like not homebrew, but like
It's
homemade.
natural.
it's basically
Elemental.
a homemade elemental. Yeah, he's correct with that.
It's a homemade elemental.
Homemade, yes.
Yeah, homemade,
Wizards
not
make like
homebrew.
wizards and stuff like that make it. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes gods, depending on, but
I have traveled around a lot, though. It does stand to reason I would have heard something like this.
with that role, if you're remembering it, they may have been called something else when you discussed them, because the name's not popping any bells.
Can't say I've heard anything like that before.
Dren, you are aware of these things, and
Don't they suffocate people?
only people who try and break in and whatnot, and you're on the list. They motion to the clipboard.
It's made of water.
It's completely made of water. The entire thing is that it is a water creature,
So noted.
and because of the way it's created by the great ones up in the sky, it's actually incredibly what's the word for it, Thrill? Annoying. It cleans you up. The way that it is
A
able
tub?
to.
What?
It eats the grime off you.
Is it just like in a pool, essentially?
It's basically a pool that when you go into it's alive. It can do a lot more than it just says. But
You
the
can
way
go
that
dives in.
you're nowhere near it at the moment. You're still on the deck.
Let me in!
Me grabs you and shoves you down to hold your horses. That being said, you're wanting to know more about this, but he's explaining that if you are using this, which everyone is able to and allowed to, it will clean the grime off of you and make it so basically it's like going to a sauna and being like having it just exfoliated and just feeling just great and good.
Are we able to go and relax in it?
You can. I'd say, give it some time to let the ship settle out before you go down, but kind of motions.
Why?
Because it gets a little antsy and whatnot, it might accidentally, throw you around a little bit before it settles in.
Worth it!
Motions to the stairs leading downstairs.
She was downstairs.
I'll go after her, but I'm like, we should wait a little bit, but yeah.
Not the first beating I've taken.
Same, but better safe than sorry. These things usually strangle people to death. Well, technically drown.
She takes a big ass swig from her canteen. If I die, I die! And she dives in the pool.
We had to find it first.
Yeah, you have to
let
find
me
it
in.
first.
Let
It
me
is
in
downstairs.
the pool.
Roll investigation check.
Oh, god fucking damn it. Hold up. Apparently,
17.
it's not working here. There we go.
You run off in the wrong direction, and meanwhile Dren walks over. He's just standing over it, and you come in as the shaking's beginning to come to a slow, as you watch as this tendril of water that's shaped somewhat like a face, like a creature's face, just
It's
kinda
beautiful.
moving around. It's translucent and it's shimmering in a faint drift globe light that's near the ceiling.
This is so weird. And he's taking off his clothes.
Yep.
Well, aren't you just the most charming little thing?
And she switches over to a language that I don't know if either of you recognize.
You're
I do
speaking
now.
Primordial or Elvish?
I do
No.
now.
Comprehend languages?
I have comprehend languages, sure, man.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you don't know what the language is. You just
Correct.
know
Don't
how.
have
You just
to.
know what
Don't
I'm
have to.
saying.
Yeah,
that's right,
I know what
that's
you're
right.
saying, man. And can I roll history to know the language, Goose? Since I'm proficient?
Also, you can. See if you can figure it out.
Yep.
Hold on. Trying to check something here.
Mhm.
There we go.
Just imagine story in a swimming pool.
It's-
Just
A form of primordial.
I'm gonna assume Aquan.
You can assume what you want.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
gonna assume.
just don't make an ass out of you and me.
And what might your name be?
It motions, and from behind you, you hear it's cute and whatnot, but it can't actually talk back, sadly, as you see a water genasi, hair a little bit oily, a little slicked back, as he steps forward, just kind of rolling his shoulders, completely shirtless, just grinning as he motions to it. we call him Water Boy, but we don't
Why are
really
you half
know.
naked?
Oh, I'm about ready to make sure that he's ready for the day. I mean, to be fair, looks like he was already he was already getting ready to do that himself.
I mean, might as well, get a little clean. It's been a while since I've had an actual bath. Usually I do it magically, clean myself magically, which is...
Oh, trust me, this feels so much better. He starts taking off his pants.
You and me stripping.
Yep, no worries. We're all friends here. You're gonna see someone naked. If you feel, like you are one of those people who don't really want to look at one another naked, we understand. We respect you, but at the
You're
same time,
rambling.
apparently y'all are not that sort. Is there anyone here who is that sort?
What sort?
The oh my gosh, you're
Scared to
getting
see a
naked.
few peni.
No.
Words. I'm getting dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Zarya will shuck the clothes and jump in as well.
Can the two of you make insight checks?
Sure. Oh my god, my
Insight
voice
check.
cracked.
Huh?
Wouldn't it be perception?
Well, there's a reason it's insight.
Fair enough.
Wow.
Not
You
bad.
can probably tell.
Nope.
He can. He's on purpose, not always facing you guys. Like,
Honestly, this
like,
works.
facing
This
the
works
group
in
at
a
all
sense.
times.
Unicorn
this
does
in
not
the
hide
different
that she
world?
looked down.
Zarya does not
Yeah.
give you a second glance.
Yeah, like, he's not letting you guys see his back, basically. Whereas,
Got something to hide, darling.
I don't
What do
like
you
the
mean?
bears look at my ass.
I think
That's
you have a nice
okay.
little turd
I
ass.
don't like the look of my ankles, but most people tend to ignore them anyway. So
Well, now I'm looking.
Yeah, we're looking at his ankles.
as soon as he says, as soon as you start to look down, he jumps into the water immediately.
Do we see it? Do we see the angles?
No.
I already went to the water, so
Yeah, I
I was here
purposely
before this fucking.
look under the water to check out his ankles.
The water flips you upside down and makes it so you can't see it.
If I'm upside down,
The
looking
water's a
at the
homie.
water, how, man?
The water's a homie,
water's a
basically.
homie.
Yeah.
Okay, the water's a homie.
You know what?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Wait, is this a
So
different
basically, you
place?
go underwater and it flips you up so that you're above water, basically.
Am
Is
I
this
still
a-
getting washed though?
You're still getting washed, yes. In fact, you can feel it like it's a little bit like having goosebumps without having goosebumps.
Watch cycle.
Hello?
I said watch cycle.
I've certainly never had a bath that
Hello?
interacts
Yep.
with you.
We hear
Yeah.
you.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, man.
Because I was just talking.
No worries.
I don't know if anyone heard me.
I didn't hear what you said. I can hear you
I
now.
was just saying, is this a different place?
You're
It's
in
under
the
the-
you're on the ship, and in the underside of the ship there is a area that is a water weird pool that will help clean you.
Oh, okay. He refuses to clean.
Story does not wish to be
That's-
clean.
Yeah, you do you.
I'm surprised Eris isn't here.
Eris is.
Oh, then Eris, you could have made an insight check.
He is already
Yeah.
naked, but yeah.
He doesn't wear
He's
clothes.
already naked. I'm already out. Dog, can I do something stupid?
What are you doing?
If she puts her head underwater and faces away from the Genasi, could she convince the water weird to spin her?
Are you asking it, or are you just trying to just be like, I'm gonna try and trick it into doing this?
She'll ask it.
It doesn't speak common, but when you say it, the Genasi's he says it again in Aquan, and or Primordial rather, but you feel yourself kind of shifted more towards the center of the pool, and everyone watches as suddenly you're spinning slowly,
They just hear moments of laughter, moments of silence because her head goes under.
Nope, your head never goes under.
Oh!
It keeps your head above water. It's a homie.
No,
It's not trying to drown you.
they're fortunate that I'm not the nosy type, because I'm not sure if he could flip 450 pounds of rock.
It can,
You are
it can-
technically
it can-
lighter while
It can
underwater.
absolutely fit you.
No, I'm not sure.
It's
it can
not about
flip
pounds
me.
at that point.
Yeah.
Oh, flip.
Oh, flip
Okay.
it? Probably not, but it can certainly try.
Once she becomes
No,
clean, she just immediately hops out.
Ooh, guru!
Yes.
Damn it, never mind.
What?
Non-living material. I was gonna make this thing a hot tub.
You're
trying to heat it up.
Don't
Yeah, I
boil
can heat
the
it up.
water
Yeah,
weird.
No, you can
it's
chill,
warm.
warm, or flavor up to 1 cubic foot of non-living material.
Yep, it's warm. Like it's already warm. Like it's not like a hot tub per se, but it's definitely warm in that it's a soothing feeling. That's like you feel really relaxed in it. It's like, yeah, that feels nice.
Technically, you can heat up the surrounding area.
The whole thing's water weird.
So, yeah, the whole thing's water weird.
Oh, okay. I thought there was
Yeah.
like a floor.
Nope.
That-
You mean you
that
could
they're
heat
on.
up the floor? You could heat up.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
was saying. Like the surroundings of the.
Is there a towel?
I'll sit like against a corner, like of the indentation to the ground, and I'll heat up the corner and put my back against it.
Yep.
And he just has the most look of pleasure on his face. Jesus.
Ooh.
Is there a Goliath-sized towel nearby?
A Goliath-sized towel.
Yes. Not Goliath-sized, but a towel fit for a Goliath.
There's towels, yes. Also,
She'll find the
Darius
biggest
got
towel.
in as well.
She'll find the biggest towel and wrap it around herself.
It wraps around you like 4 times over.
Do the laugh, you know you won't.
Do the right.
There you go.
That's the cap. Yeah, no, he's not gonna worry about it. That's what we got prestidigitation for, cleaning this shit up. And to be fair, you're already clean. It's just water. Hold on a second. You're wet? Hold on a second. Hey, he like pokes the water. I thought you got all that, and you just feel some of the water droplets just get pulled back in.
She blinks.
Drin's actually gonna sit there for the next like 20 minutes ish against this corner, just with the same look of pleasure on his face the whole time. Like you can barely see like the top of his shoulders poking out of the water.
I figured that you were gonna say like all we see is his nose and up.
Nah, he doesn't like getting his hair wet that much.
Fair enough. You can put it up in a bun.
It's a lot to try, man.
So is Yumi's, but she still manages. Do you want a hair tie?
Nah.
She'll walk up to Therius, kiss the top of his head. I'm gonna go talk to Navina. Have fun!
You too.
She'll gather up her clothes and walk out with a towel.
3 bros chilling in a hot tub.
Also, I didn't roll Tharius' insight because his insight's pretty bad, but I can roll it if you want.
Sure, man.
Watch her roll fucking 17.
If he rolls like a natural 20 or something like that, I'm gonna just laugh.
It's only like a DC 11.
Oh,
yeah,
there
it's
it
still
is.
bad.
I mean,
Still
0,
bad.
so it's not awful.
I mean, are you there?
Proficiency!
17.
Yeah. Yeah.
He waits for
Yes, proficiency!
Yeah, of course he does. He wants to be able. He doesn't want to be like the I'm blindly
He's like Z.
trusting everyone.
God, he really is like Z.
Yeah.
Wow.
He kind of like motions to him, just like, "What's up?
What?
You're covering your ass."
I told you, I think I have a misshapen ass if it's bare.
Misshapen.
If it's there.
Like,
If
if it's seen, if it's bare.
Oh, bare. That's a very different word.
Yes, my clothes make it look much better.
Stop
Well,
You got
patting
like
ass!
4 kinds of clothes that go over your ass. So how
Precisely. Well, no, only my pants do.
he like looks like somewhat cross-eyed for a second.
You broke him!
He's not broken.
My
He's just
pants,
confused.
my underwear. My vest a little bit, but my belt doesn't go over my ass.
I mean,
It's more on my waist than my.
That's fair. Kind of rubs his neck. What do you think of this place? It's kind of high up. I'm trying not to, look over the edge or anything, because
I've been at high, not as high as this, but I've been in more uncomfortable situations. I could say that.
really?
Oh yeah, much more uncomfortable.
I mean, I've been in some pretty uncomfortable place myself. It's on a ship like this before, actually. Not a sky ship, but a ship. For a little bit. People are weird.
I've seen people get metaphorically higher than this a lot. I haven't really partaken fully.
Yeah. It was back after I'd been... never mind. Just...
He's actually going through his cards, like keeping them above water.
So I have just an out of character question.
Yes.
You know how you can cast like shit on spellbooks to make it so they never take damage from water or fire and such things like that?
These have been gone over with a fine coating before a few times, actually.
A few times, yeah.
No, my question was, would you have to cast the same spell on each card individually, or just would it count as one item since it's a deck?
An item.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is just flavor text, man.
Yeah, it would be anything drawn from the deck, basically.
I had to ask.
No, you're fine. It's a good question to ask.
Mm.
And that being said, I think that's a good place to end the session. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Naked in the pool.
Naked in the pool.
During man-spreading in the pool.
Sky
He's touching.
Oh my god. Butters, why do you do these things?
He feels good right now, man.
I mean, there's nothing like, going up into the sky, feeling good, and getting ready to...
Just dudes being bros, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Oh
Still
my
technically
God.
a woman in the water.
I'm surprised she got
Eris
out
is-
so quickly.
Eris is
Oh,
over
you
there
mean?
just like,
Yeah.
You may just
same
wanted to
thing.
get clean and fucking research.
She wants to,
She
know
has
more.
an enormous fucking creation that ticks and talks. That's more than enough for her to go into overdrive.
And I'll go over some of the details that's gone over with you privately, so that way you can flaunt your knowledge later. Just so that we're not, getting bogged down by the exploration fully, if you catch my drift. But at
Yeah.
the same time, still having a chance for you to be like, I can nerd out about this!
Dude, I'm guessing we're gonna have a good amount of downtime stuff in this game.
There's going to be times where you're able to, but if you guys are like, no, we just want to jump straight into the next thing, you absolutely can. This is going to be a thing where downtime is as you want it, basically.
When Jim's free, he's just gonna be learning how this thing works, like fully arcane-wise.
Mhm.
Because worst comes to worst, if certain people die on this ship, that like he wants to learn how to maybe control a ship if it need be.
Right.
Yeah. Stoph and I will be learning how to cook.
And we can go over all the
He's
different
going.
downtime sort of stuff you guys are wanting to learn and all that fun stuff. But we'll go over that, in downtime, or just offhandedly. You guys can be like, "Hey, this is what I want to be doing with my downtime," so that way we can check the progress every now and then to see how you are doing on that, what you're learning, what all you're getting from it, so that way you guys can see how you can enjoy it. Because I've been cooking up a few things, and knowing what you guys are wanting to do will help me make sure that you guys are getting all the fun stuff you want. Also,
Help! Pin my dog!
tell her that you love her,
Ugh!
and if you don't, then tell her that I love her, because she's a good girl.
Also, technically, I didn't have to take that damage. Nothing about it, but it definitely happened.
Mm-hmm. And
That
you said it
basically
happened,
just-
so...
That technically just means I may or may not have charmed somebody extra while
Right.
just some random patron in the bar may have also gotten charmed.
Oh my
What if it
God.
was one of the Jews that was cuddling?
You never
It's the
know.
one that didn't have the black eye.
Mm.
You don't know. That being said, for everyone watching, which at the moment is just us, but we want to eventually think about expanding and let Roven be brushed up against by all the good people out there,
Oh! Doggo.
while
Why?
they all discuss team names in the background. If you're watching this, feel free to
Biggie
subscribe
Smalls.
to keep up with the posting of these episodes. Sorry, I had to pause there because I was trying not to smack my forehead. If you liked it,
Failed, by the way, I heard it.
leave us a like and a comment. I actually didn't. And we appreciate everything that you guys give to us, and we hope to continue to give back to you plenty of D&D content. And until next time, we've been What Team Comp, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye!
Bye.